at me, I'm smiling, beautiful and violent. Welcome to your last nightmare. Psycho in my bloodstream, madness is my morphine. Beg for it from way down there. 'Cause I'm a king. I'm a king. 'Cause I'm a king.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Rocket for today's edition of the APL Rumble. It's the bi-weekly Rumbles going on here. Of course, it's the off-season for RLCS, and so Silas has given us a little bit of a treat getting the community involved. I'm Digital Bacon, joined today by both Boyo and Jam. Jam currently sitting in the wings, but Boyo, how are you doing here today, buddy?
I'm doing good, Bacon. Excited to get in for some more APAC action. Specifically today, it is APAC South, where it all began for us many moons ago. But APAC South for the bi-weekly number one. The winner of this event will make their way to the APAC Regional Rumble happening in November. And of course, will get themselves a $1,000 first place prize, with $500 going to second place as well. So plenty to fight for in this whole event. Plenty of Rocket League to be had. We're going to have 3 matches on stream for you today. The upper bracket final, the lower bracket final, and the grand final, all of which are best of 7s.
Yeah, and of course, if you make it through today, that is it. You don't have to turn up to any of the other bi-weekly Rumbles. You're through to main event, which, whilst yes, we said it earlier, we're looking at APAC South. You've got APAC North going on tomorrow, and if you make it through today or any one of these bi-weekly Rumbles, you'll face off against APAC North in a combination taking place during the finals in November. Because, boy, let's just be frank, we looked at this when it was first now and went, why are we splitting up North and South? And then went, oh, then we're combining it at the end. Okay, this is a cool format.
So to also give people a bit of notice as well, we've of course got APAC South today, and that's what you'll be getting to watch on your very screens. But coming in tomorrow over on Cockin's channel, and you'll be notified of this on the APL socials as well. The APAC North bi-weekly Rumble will be getting streamed, and there's got some really fun teams in there. And we were looking through a lot of teams that are starting to have APAC North, like in their Japanese players, incorporate APAC South players into the roster. They change that we were expecting to see earlier on in the APAC RLCS career, but now finally coming around, we're seeing these kind of combinations of rosters get a lot more interesting. So keep an eye out for both APAC South today and in 2 weeks' time, and keep an eye out for APAC North tomorrow and in 2 weeks' time as well, because you do not want to miss any of it. I know I'm going to be watching Cockin's stream, and maybe I'll try and convince him to teach me Japanese so I can join him at some point.
Yeah, we'll talk about those teams a little bit later if we need to for a bit of filler, but right now we've got a match that should be starting in a minute. The match was sort of held up for us to let the rest of the bracket catch up. So you folks will be looking at the winners bracket finals, loser bracket final, and then into the grand finals. Of course, all best of 7s from here on out. And boy, tell us about our first 2 teams.
Our first 2 teams are a very exciting roster, and another one which is a bit more of a tryout kind of coming into this, I do so believe. Match with LCT and Realize, reforming the Free Rats name. They have Match and LCT came back together after LCT got dropped about a month ago. They're back now. Let's go. And then Realize, as Elevate have kind of slowly dismantled themselves, has came together with the 2 best APAC style players to really make the APAC super team that everyone's kind of been waiting for of Match LCT and Realize. They've had little stints where they played together, but never incredibly consistently. But now finally, we're getting to see them once again on the big stage, all 3 of them together.
Yeah, and I guess this comes down to the off-season, of course, where we saw, let's say, Gladiators kick LCT before Game 8 after Worlds, bring in Flitz. Now look at both Flitz and OSM. I think this is just a little bit of the off-season, orgs wanting to take a little bit of a step back where RLCS isn't on, then they'll look once again, which gives us the chance, to look at players forming new squads, sort of having that freedom, right, Boyer, where they don't have to be locked into an org. They're not locked into a trio. They can change between each event. Like we said, the only lock-in is, I guess, if you win today's event, looking at Free Rats, they'll be playing in the finals against the APAC North teams, against the rest of the APAC South teams as that Free Rats roster. That's the only lock-in we've got.
No, I don't actually know for certain, so if the APL Esports account is still here, they can correct me. I'm pretty sure the Free Rats can still play in the other events. They just won't, obviously, they'll just go to second place if they win, they won't qualify again. But I'm hoping that's the case, because I want to see more of them anyway, get more practice in. Nevertheless, we have other interesting rosters, as we mentioned, about Asian Cuisine being that first matchup, Belarus, Abs, Tracy, and Kevin. But then down in the lower bracket, we have Chaotic getting back into the mix with two other French people living in Asia teammates, because that seems to be like a brand of player now, with Egnanito and Samop on LCI Japan Corp. So if they can make it so far to the lower final, it could be interesting to see them. And then we have Giat versus Spite as a lower quarter final going on just at the moment, which two really good rosters to win, which will have to get eliminated now, unfortunately, being Kaizen, Misty, and Bunny Dummy on Giat, and on Spike, Lozzie, Forte Mula, and Dan. So a lot of good names coming into this one, where I think Free Rats are without a doubt the favourites, but a team like Asian Cuisine, really, I would not be surprised to see them get challenged.
Yeah, and because we've got 3 teams that will qualify from both South and North, I'm just going to quickly double check that. No, it'd be 4 teams. So is it Biweekly Rumble 3? We see, Biweekly Rumble 2, we see 2 teams qualify through.
You'll figure it out later, it's fine.
Yeah, this is confusing. I can already hear we're loading into the lobby, but yeah, we'll have 8 teams, I thought it was. I'm just double checking that now, how many teams. Yeah, so I've just looked and we've got, it's a whole mess, whatever. Yeah, I'm currently going through.
Just to clarify what Bacon was saying, in Biweekly number 3, we will have 2 teams qualifying, Biweekly number 2 will have 1, and Biweekly number 1 will have 1 as well.
My confusion was that on the Wikipedia page, there was 2 for Biweekly 2 as well. So that's where I got very confused there. Wikipedia is always easy just to look at,
And nevertheless, we are getting ready to get into the game. A quick test of the lobby just is in play. Getting underway very, very shortly. But as we mentioned and alluded to earlier on, just when we were talking, all matches on stream today are going to be best of 7. So we're in for a long one. And for a good one as well, though. But the best Rocket League comes from the best of 7s. I remember the Orca Tyson Cups having Ooga Booga versus We Dem Doggos, Team Hargony and Team Realize, the very sweet coming out in the best of 5, then the grand final best of 7, living the best life over there. So plenty to be done. The test lobby has so concluded, and we're getting underway very, very shortly. But Bacon, I will ask you, even though I'm pretty sure I know the answer, what is your prediction for
Free
this
Rats.
match? Okay, I didn't even have to finish.
Maybe 4-1.
4-0 is crazy. They have Kevin on the field. He's an
Kevin might be on foot. So is Abs Carry and Belarus, an incredible roster.
Yeah.
But Free Rats, this is the team that everyone knows and loves. This is sort of like that OG APAC powerhouse. And I feel we're going to get that come through once again. Now, Asian Cuisine probably have a lot more pressure on them, where they've got to cause an upset. And these players, it's been quite the off season for them was from the last, APAC Regional 3 back in spring till now. Free Rats have had that chance to go over to EU, of course, and NA, right, to be able to practice against the other teams. And, well, even, I say EU and NA, go over for Gamers 8 included as well. So they've been playing up against the very top of the level, and now this is their chance to sort of de-rust after what was a very short off season for the Free Rats.
I am going to disagree with you in the pressure aspect, though. I think Asian Cuisine are coming into this knowing that they're playing against the best possible team of APAC players, and thinking, well, people expect us to lose. They maybe expect themselves to lose, but a bit of confidence in themselves. They're going to come in having fun, and if anyone knows how to kind of beat these top dogs of Match UST and Realize, it is literally all 3 of these players who have, in a way, shaped their RLCS career around beating these players. Like they've said it in interviews plenty of times that the main thing that
Yes.
they cared about is beating the Gladiators or beating Elevate, etc., etc. And they've all came together now to once again be a team that can beat the Free Rats.
But they've never been able to do it consistently. And I think by the end of these Rumbles, we will be able to see them taking them down. I think in the opening, it's the Free Rats just running amok, you know, doing rat jams in chat, all of that kind of thing, because this is their kind of feel-good vibe to reset the tone of Asia. But, boy, I think we're both in agreement. If Asian Cuisine come out and just smack the Free Rats down, we would love nothing more purely for an opening upset.
Oh, I would be more than happy for an opening upset. Any upset we get, I'm happy for either way, but they're getting ready to get the match underway for confirmation that everyone is ready to go. And then, like our first match of on-stream Regional Rumble for APAC South underway. But let's get things ready to go. It is Maxu, LCT, and Realize on the Free Rats. And over on that Asian Cuisine side, the potential Giants Slayers, Kevin, Boyoroyo, and Abs Crazy.
Players getting into the lobby. It is going to be Asian Cuisine in the blue, Free Rats in the orange. Let's get things underway. Best of 7 time, as it is the winners finals, boys.
The winners finals. A spot into the money guaranteed for whoever can win this series. And of course, a good chance at qualifying for the main event for whoever so makes it as well. With Maxu taking the early chance high, Realize is already hunting for demos. Maxu up the backboard down to LCT. Like clockwork, Free Rats get the first goal of the game.
The tone has been set. It only took 20 seconds. The setup was brilliant by Maxu, and then a very, very simple finish from LCT. You know, you'd think they've been teammates for years, boy.
You would only think that. I actually want to ask you a fun question in that regard. If you look at the scoreboard and look at all the players in this lobby, can you spot who the odd one out is?
I'm trying to think.
What relays all of these players except one?
No, can't tell me.
They've all teamed with FCT and Maxu at some point in their career except Kevin.
Yeah,
he's the only
actually.
one. Boyoroyo was the original player on the Gladiators. Then it was Abs Crazy. Now Realize they're playing with them, played with them before as well. Kevin, the only one to kind of either not get invited to the fun or, you know, put his eyes on taking them down the whole way through. He has never played in a team with LCT and Maxu. He's the only one, the last man standing on this in this lobby.
So what you're saying is we're going to see a shift report in the next couple of days where Kevin has signed for Gladiators, Elevate, whatever, and playing alongside LCT and Maxu. That's what you're saying right now?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Kevin's going to be joining. Kevin's going to join the team.
And then get benched instantly, right?
Oh, of course.
So far, this has been quite, like, tame, dare I say, from both squads.
Yeah, it's been very chill ever since the start. And now, as time goes on, we're kind of just feeling each other out, trying to find that major chance. There's Kevin going to take a pop shot to net. Should be an easy save for Realize, and it was. Off the backboard now, Realize is in an awkward position, and Boyoroyo will be the man to punish. The Kiwi wheels look disgusting, but the shot was very nice.
Yeah, but you look at that defense, just like those Kiwi wheels, absolutely disgusting. We saw double commit after double commit. You would think that they're not even in a voice chat together, the Free Rats, as Realize LCT and Maxu were all just villains for it.
And you can see it coming from a mile away with the position that Realize was in. He had his back faced to the net. He was not ready to go for that ball with the last man standing in goal. He has to be, first of all, facing where the ball's coming from so we can actually react to it. And secondly, just be better positioned in the net. Could have played towards the back post. Play even more central if that's where he expects the shot to be going, but he's playing at the back corner where the ball isn't. Facing the wrong way. He's not in a position ever to save that, and his teammates were, of course, nowhere to be seen.
LCT not going to be able to get the block. Maxu just keeping the pressure high, Realize as well, but Kevin's read this really well, throwing the ball down into that orange half. And now this is where we really see, can Asian Cuisine keep up pressure? The answer is it's a little bit loose. They're allowing maybe a little bit too much space for the Free Rats to move about in. But you can see Free Rats are very jumbled. They're not that well coordinated.
Mel realised Rise is high, but the pass from Matcher will not connect. LCT waits in the back line. Going to be received by Boyoroyo to the corner. It will go once more. Here comes Kevin. A pop shot to net once again will be wasteful, but maybe just causes a little bit of time for the HC-PinGviini players to get back into position as the clock ticks on down. 2 minutes to go and 1 goal apiece. This next goal vitally important for whoever can find it. With LCT rising high, flip reset attempt, he will find the reset, but he cannot get past Kevin.
Yeah, Boyoroyo as well, jumping in to get the block. It was brilliant right there. Maxu looking for a setup, the pass back to LCT. Just shot put on, but Boyoroyo is there to save the day.
Blocked through every player at Boyoroyo to the brick wall at the back there. Able to make an easy save. Realize, good touch. Yeah, Match and LCT to his side, but he's going to try and go solo, not really in a position to make a pass. But Matchu, who now apparently became Matchu Meister, he's not going to let that one stick, because that is a horrendous name. Boyoroyo passed one over to Abs Crazy. This is a good shooting opportunity, and it'll be taken. Boyoroyo's goal number 2 for both himself and HC-PinGviini.
Free Rats. Their overconfidence is being shown. HC-PinGviini just being able to punch that ball through. 1 minute. I guess 8 seconds. A little bit of change there to be able to hold on to this 1-goal lead. But boy, I think they need to push more. They've got to keep that pressure high because Free Rats' greatest weakness is actually their defense.
Yeah, LCT pass one, it will go. The pass is off to Realize, but he backs off. He has to play careful. Does not want to get punished even further. The fake from Kevin leads for Abs Crazy. The defense might have been a bit confused, but Abs Crazy knew exactly what he was doing.
Left by Kevin. Realize there, happened to watch. A little bit too late to react, and well, Abs to finish it up. That's the 2-goal lead. That's what we asked for. And well, I mean, even more so, the upset was what we asked for.
Kevin off the ceiling, the pass is down, but no one there to receive, but it don't have to be. They've already got a 2-goal lead. It's game number 1 only, of course, and something we have seen many a time from Matthew and LCT is they can be slow starters, and it might take them half a game, it might take them even a full game to really get to full strength in a series. So, of course, a lot of comeback potential, but a very, very promising start from HC-PinGviini. They're looking like fierce competitors in this series.
They've been punished for their cockiness, and now they will really come alive. You could see it almost felt like they tried to freestyle every single opportunity. We know that's their play style, but they're a lot more clinical with it. It was almost like their heart wasn't there, but now you can feel the hustle is well and truly on. Whilst this game will just dwindle away, but with a win for HC-PinGviini, Free Rats will be angered by this.
Oh, certainly so, and I do not blame them. They've let 3 goals go in, which were, of course, good shots and great plays all around. Saves that should have been made were being very much missed out on. Great game, though, from every player on the HC-PinGviini roster. 2 saves for Boyoroyo, 2 for Abs Crazy, 3 for Kevin. They got outshot tremendously, 11 shots to 6. But it did not faze them. They stuck to their guns and played their game, and it paid off big time.
And we've always said that in APAC. How do you win? Quite simply, it's 2 factors. Having better defense, you know, just being able to save the ball, stacking up correctly. Don't go for those double commits. But then second, it's keeping pace. You've just got to be faster. Free Rats are a very fast team. Not necessarily looking at today, but that pace will step up in game number 2. HC-PinGviini have to be ready for that, boy.
Yeah, time for everyone to get readied up and get underway. Game at number 2. Forbidden Temple is where we will end up. HC-PinGviini versus Free Rats. Starting off like a great series. I'm hoping it continues that way, and it is very promising for it to be the case.
Well, game 2. So we just wait and watch for it to begin. Countdown's underway. Forbidden Temple might seem quite serene and quiet, but this one is going to be where everything comes to life.
Realize already coming to life with the pass off to LCT, going to take it by himself. Saved by Abs Crazy on the line. I think a pass would have caused a bit more damage there. Great down from Kevin, great flick from Abs Crazy. A little bit wide, but pressure has been found. And it is dangerous here for the Free Rats. They cannot get this ball away. Kevin will keep on it with a pass out to Abs Crazy at the side. And already it's looking like HC-PinGviini are playing a lot more like a team than the Free Rats are. They're playing off of each other's touches really well, making passes, finding space, and I'm not seeing that from the Free Rats just yet.
Yeah, a truly succulent Chinese meal going on right now. As well, look at the cohesion between them, continuously stepping up, challenging each one of the rats, throwing in demos as well. That's them up in their game, noticing their opponents and still throwing spanners in the works.
Well, Boyoroyo's a good dunk on LCT. Passes that ball off to Kevin. Look at Kevin, he's so patiently waiting for that pass to be sent to him. He knows that it's coming, the communication is on point. Abs crazy off to the back, cleared away by Maxu. The Boyoroyo's back to centre again. Demos turned by Abs crazy. LCT the last man standing on the pitch for just a moment. And a demo on him as well. A demo on Kevin down the other way. But a goal might be found from Boyoroyo, but it just barely travels wide. The whole pitch has been opened up for anyone to get involved. Everyone's respawned now, but I'm just waiting for a new flurry of demos to come on out.
Well, that's the problem with demos, right? Is that you have to go out of position to get them. You're moving into your opponent's position. And so it's kind of like a double-edged sword here, and they've got to be careful, especially you, Kevin. Look at that right in front of the net trying to do twisties. Boyoroyo just got walked around. What on earth is happening?
Maxu taking his time. He's got plenty to use. Pass him to centre. Realises there, the shot goes high, but LCT can he cause some damage? No, beaten to the ball, it's left for Maxu in the back line. He had a passing opportunity here, and can he play off of it? Finds Realize, and Realize without a doubt is going to go solo, and he does. Maxu will find the receive off of the 50-50, but LCT, once again going solo. All these players are too good at solo plays that they're not considering their teammates in a lot of them, and surprisingly enough, Boyoroyo, Kevin and Abs Crazy, they know how to defend. They can make these saves on these solo plays. You have to get more creative, Free Rats.
No. Free Rats are aiming for 50-50s continuously here. They want this ball to be put into an awkward position, and then they'll counter from there. If anything, this is them noticing their sort of lack of cohesion. Sending one player forward allows for two to just be ready to jump in. They're confident in their own pace. This is a very solid game plan for them right now in response. Look at that! That's what I'm talking about! They were waiting for those 50s, and then they struck.
There's a lot better positioning there from LCT. As you mentioned, he knows where to play, he knows where to be in Maxu. He's happy to lose that. If he wins at a 50, like, kind of gets past the defender, he had a chance onto net by himself, also had a passing opportunity. But LCT had put himself in a position where if Maxu loses that, which he did, then it's still a win for the Free Rats. It's an unlosable situation. Then we realise going high, Abs Crazy will get a good dunk, Kevin to turn back on it. The Asian Cuisine team have a difficult task now once again of breaking through the Free Rats defense, something that, although they conceded 3 goals last game, they are still overall very good at it.
Loose ball, good block out by Abs. LCT not getting bumped away by Kevin. This is dangerous right in front of net. Abs off the post. Boyoroyo should be able to turn around, but the pressure is immense right now from the Free Rats. One after another, stepping up, taking shots. This time Realize popping it back, looking for LCT, blocked out by Abs.
Good save from Abs Crazy, but the time will keep on ticking. A minute left to go for game number 2. The Boyoroyo upfield to Kevin. Kevin is nowhere near receiving that touch. Off to the side, FCT will receive. Rushing along that side, well, Boyoroyo past one. But here comes Realize. 50-50, met by Kevin. Maxu avoids the bump, stalling for time. That's all he has to do. To disallow the ball from getting into his half. Disallow Asian Cuisine for getting more chances onto net. Realize almost gets a great goal there, but will narrowly miss out.
Abs. That's a nice touch, gaining control. A throw over the goal, but LCT was ready and ran for that. Boyoroyo does find Abs, but needs a follow-up hit. Kevin does step up. Now you got to pounce on this one, lads, and they do. Boyoroyo to get the finisher.
His shooting has been on point this series. He's always in a good position, but even there, in a one-on-one against Realize, he's just in a perfect spot to send that wide. Realize can't do anything about it. And another goal for Boyoroyo and a goal to tie it up for Asian Cuisine.
Free Rats might have had the majority of possession, 6 more shots at this point, but no more goals. That was a whistle away. Maxu blocked out by Kevin. And here, I think if you are Asian Cuisine, you just look to hold, wait for that overtime. You do not want this pressure, this panic to set in, especially when it's right in front of your net like that.
In the position they're in right now, they've got to try and play it fresh. As Crazy might send it down to the ground, but it will hit off the sidewall to the ground. It will finally go. And overtime for game number 2, a game that was looking destined for the Free Rats. But out of nowhere comes Asian Cuisine. And out of nowhere, they might just end it as well. Realize has to make an awkward save. But still there's pressure lurking around with Boyoroyo and Kevin upfield.
Kevin with the set. Maxu knocking it down. Ab's actually overthinking the situation, but the pressure is still applied. Asian Cuisine just the whistle away from the top right of the goal, but the pressure needs to remain. Unfortunately, it's alleviated. Realize wanting to run it, but Boyoroyo does great in the mid.
The crossbar has been the biggest defender for both of these teams. So many shots have bounced off that crossbar and away out the net. A launch upfield going to be caught by LCT at the back, but here comes Boyoroyo to the corner. As Crazy awaits in centre, unable to get a piece of the pie to the back line. As Crazy playing that ball well, but needs to get a big clearance out. A big boom upfield is what is being hunted for, but Kevin taking that off to the side was not the right idea. As Crazy now has some control, has some time, has Kevin to his side, fakes it out. He's playing mind games against his former teammates.
And we adore every moment of it. You do not want to give that space to LCT. Unfortunately, LCT just run out of boost, so it was a good judge, but that was perhaps just maybe a little bit too risky when you're in an OT situation.
That's Crazy off the backboard. The overtime will keep on going. Is hunting for this goal as Asian Cuisine side on the offense for most of this overtime. A big change in the regulation, and that's Crazy. He's in position, he's perfect spot it. It's another game win for Asian Cuisine.
And they're halfway there to the grand finals. Free Rats, tournament favorites. I'm going to be honest. I'm letting this one slip by. Everyone voted Free Rats as top seed. But here and now, Asian Cuisine might be able to deny it as they sit 2-0 and, dare I say, playing a better game. Free Rats just do not have that team synergy right now.
And it's something I was mentioning before during the game. They don't look like a team. Another kind of key point I want to bring up between these players right now is that over on the side of Free Rats, that was 13 shots in the game and 1 goal. That's 12 shots that were not scored. Only 7 of them were actually player making contact with the ball. The rest were post and crossbar. The same again for Asian Cuisine. They got 10 shots on net, 2 goals, 8 kind of decided shots. 4 of them were only straight. That's 4 months again hitting post and crossbar. That's been the biggest kind of key point of this match. They're getting so close to finding these great opportunities, but the woodwork, the shooting accuracy is where it is lacking.
And 4 of those goals for Asian Cuisine were in those final moments when no goal was found purely because they were just keeping the pressure up. That was it. Before that, they were just being very clinical with their plays, making sure that every single shot was one that was a good chance on net instead of just purely putting pressure. They changed in those final moments once, they kind of got to the OT, to which they were like, okay, we need to mix things up so that the Free Rats don't get a good judgment call of our plan. It kind of threw the Free Rats off and put Asian Cuisine in a great position right now.
Brilliant position for Asian Cuisine. 2-0 up against the tournament favourites in our first best of 7 of the day. The hard part for Asian Cuisine is this is only the winner's final. This isn't even grand final, so there's a very good chance that even if they win this series, they'll have to do it again, which is never going to get any easier per se. So maybe it's the wrong time to be destroying the Free Rats. Maybe they want to do it later, but nevertheless, a win's a win, and they're looking great doing it. That one's going to go wide. Maxu can't get his connection. The pass back to Realize will be cut out by Abs Crazy. It is never an easy game here for the Free Rats.
But I'm going to be real right now. You want these games, you cannot call it for Asian Cuisine so early. Free Rats can always bring themselves back in, and that control by LCT. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Played it so well, off the bump. Gets in the air, and honestly, I didn't think he had that touch in him, but he stays on that ball. I don't know how his boost works in this game. Never mind, because it became a 2v2 and no one's in net because it's 2 demos. But an even game off of a really rubbish goal compared to what LCT just scored, but a goal nonetheless.
But that's it. It shows Free Rats always have to make their plays too complex, perhaps. You know, they've always got to be works of art. That does not matter. In Rocket League, it is just purely get a goal. No one's going to really question. Some people might care, you know, might get highlight reel plays from it. But as long as you win, that's all that matters.
Yep, exactly that. It is the winning that matters at the end of the day. And so far, it has been HC-PinGviini who's been doing so. Off to the side by Maxu. But resetting not found the FCT on the ball. Not so much. Travelling might to Boyoroyo. That's crazy. Will catch it in the midfield line. Maxu should be able to interfere. But Kevin versus the LCT in a foot race. The LCT to win it. The pass is there to center, but no one there to shoot.
Maxu looking for his teammate and finds LCT. For a moment there, you'd think a defender would jump at this, but no. It was just calm in the water.
It's calm. No interception. 2-1 for the Free Rats. LCT once again being that top goal scorer for the side in orange. The team that needs their redemption here because the series had not started how they would have so hoped. And it's looking good now, but there's still so much time left in this third game.
It's an interesting point as well, because if you do look at the profile picks after the goals and that, you'll notice there's only one player that's currently signed, that being Maxu, still on Gladiators. And this is an off-season where these teams, these players, will be putting forward the best case to get signed by orgs. And, I mean, if you can take down past champions in the region, HC-PinGviini might just be building a case for themselves, but I mean, on the opposite end, Realize LCT are in the same boat right now.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Realize is going to have no trouble getting onto an organization. Let's not be, silly about that. Same for LCT, but certainly they want to get the best team that they possibly can. They want to make this Maxu Realize LCT team work because it is the super team of APAC, and of course APAC is starting to develop a lot more. We're seeing players like Kevin, Abs Crazy, and Boyoroyo team, for example, really starting to rise to the top. Of course, all the Japanese players playing in APAC North as well really are starting to challenge for that top title. But these three guys are the guys of APAC. Like these are the defining players of this region.
Not as many import players as well this time around, like in main season. So you truly have to see how much these players have grown. And I mean, if I'm being frank, you can see they've grown since Spring Regional 3, right? Like Abs, Boyoroyo, and Kevin, it looks like they haven't rested during this offseason.
They've been grinding all through and through, it looks like. And if that so is the case, I'm very happy to see it. Rising high, yes, Boyoroyo gets a touch on that ball as well. The attempt to clear being very swiftly denied. With As Crazy on it, he might go all the way. He doesn't have enough boost, but here comes Kevin, ready to shoot, ready to score, and ready to find another goal for HC-PinGviini.
I don't know how. Oh, it was a small little bump by Abs to stick around, stop the defender, and it just gave that space. That it wouldn't have been a whole second even. That small window, and Kevin can just seal the deal. This is the synergy we were talking about earlier that we love from this team, and it is the difference maker for them. No.
That's another one. That's another one. How is that one going in then? Abs Crazy just goes solo.
Realize what you're doing.
Maxu's slow. Realize taps it in an unfortunate way. And a lead now for HC-PinGviini. Bacon, if they win this game, they go to match point.
Hey, this feels like we're on the main course right now. You know, we've had the starters, the sharers, whatever. Game 3 is the main course. And then dessert? Like, could we get a whole sweep? No interference? No pesky nuisances from the free rats?
You did call a sweep just the wrong way round.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I got miscommunication. That's all that was, right? You know, oh, shit.
But Abs Crazy, I'm kind of happy to see it. I wouldn't say he's carrying, but I want to at least kind of go back to his own nickname of Abs Carry.
Yeah.
After he, kind of joined the Gladiators, and ever since then, he kind of lost that nickname. He kind of lost that pedigree. I think he's getting back to that kind of place of being the crazy player that he once was, the player that was a spectacle on the field. Because he's playing so well here. We know Kevin and Boyoroyo can do the same thing as well. We've seen them, especially in Spring Split, in my opinion, be better than Gladiators, I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, we all talked about it. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Playing on Gladiators destroyed Abs' confidence, but here in the offseason where there's not as much pressure, he's playing with teammates that you can clearly see he's enjoying playing with. They're just flowing brilliantly. Boyoroyo has always been at that level. We all said it at the time. Boyoroyo being kicked from the Gladiators was a weird call because it was not an issue. It was just more, I think they wanted to scrim more, and Boyoroyo, of course, was currently doing service, yeah, so couldn't put down the time that was needed. So you're like, oh, okay, but maybe that's not the call just yet. But this team, this is the call.
This is APAC right here. Everyone for a long time, you know, maybe not complaining, but we're like, I want the real APAC players to start making waves, and of course LCT realising actually, oh, we're doing such a thing, but people were very upset about the likes of Kami and Vert and OSM doing so well. You want an Asian team through and through doing well. You have Free Rats now, and you have Asian Cuisine who are currently looking better.
I need to actually go do a quick little search. Like, have we seen the Free Rats full in the past? Because back when they last played on the Free Rats, of course, they were the super team because we didn't have that development of our CS, right? So they were kind of just running free throughout the whole of every single tournament they played in. So as I go back now, I'm literally going through Wikipedia, is all firsts apart from the Intel World Open where they came second, to Lucille Esports, which I think was Detonator for that event or something.
Lucille Esports in that event was actually...
No, that was the Indonesian team.
Wondercake and Kerwin. That's a throwback.
Oh, man, that is. So yeah, it's... So the last... That was, as well, June 2021. So like, it's
they also won that event afterwards. They beat them again in the grand final.
Yeah, true.
So they don't lose. They literally they don't lose.
Free Rats was too good, and oh,
finally they got something on the board.
Okay, it would be very dramatic if they turn this into a reverse sweep right now. That's all I'm saying. Just letting that linger in the air. Don't worry.
I know what you're calling for the reverse sweep already. It is game number 4. The first of the possible reverse sweep, and of course an early goal will be found for the Free Rats, but they have so much work to do. It is 3-0 for Asian Cuisine. They're looking so good. There's no way to give this one up.
Cast the curse incoming. We just manifest that reverse sweep. That'd be so funny. But nonetheless, I'm going to be interested because Free Rats will now be sort of like their backs against the wall. They're just going to be kicking and punching, throwing everything they can. They've already shown that they're not necessarily an organized team, so they're just going to be looking for pure pace. And can Asian Cuisine handle that pace that's going to be thrown at them?
50-50, and out it will go. Asian Cuisine. We talked about, well, they faulted the pressure. The answer is very clearly no. They've actually thrived off of it. Boyoroyo trying to get it past LCT to the corner. It will bounce. Crazy leaves it for Kevin. No, the position there for Matchu. That's crazy. Good 50-50. LCT can't get it out either. Sustained pressure is what Asian Cuisine have done so well. And when that moment arises, they'll find a shot to net. That one's a good chance, but will barely be missed out upon. Realise they've been bumped almost into an own goal. On the line of the crossbar, it'll be saved. That was a mess, but it was not a goal nonetheless. Kevin round the back wall. A pass not to be made, but here comes Boyoroyo trying to cause a little bit more havoc.
Can't get the ball to center. Finally, Abs above net is followed up by Kevin. He kept looking at it, rolling around. The chance, but no, Abs with a very simple shot. Not enough boost on the defense of Free Rats, and Kevin can just point blank punch it away.
My, oh my. The fact that this game, this series is going in such a way is amazing to see. Realise a good shot with a better save by Abs. Crazy. LCT. The pass is there to Matchu. A good deny, a good save.
Realise was running on low boost. I mean, it was more so down to dragging it himself out to the side, trying to buy for a little bit of time, but the positioning wasn't great with what he was working with, and so this is really awkward for the Free Rats right now.
Realise rising high, unable to make any connections. Matchu. Off the side, well, it's Boyoroyo. Working well alongside Kevin to try and push this ball further upfield. That's crazy, can't make the connection, but LCT will travel on past. Up high is Kevin. As that ball falls on down, Realize will be the one to receive. A goal to be found for HC-PinGviini. This game could very much be over. The clock keeps on ticking down. Half of the game is left to go. Ball reach to send it upfield. Matthew to receive, interject. Kevin though, he's left by himself on the ball. He gets the pass one. He gets the ball in an awkward position where Boyoroyo can cause some damage. The pass is out to the Abs Crazy. He beats Realize. He's faster than Realize. It's not something you hear very often. Off the backboard, Boyoroyo. He had brute forced his way to the back of the net, Bacon, and that's a goal for HC-PinGviini, which will be riling in the heads of the Free Rats.
Are so fast with the 50-50s now. Look at that. Every single chance, they had someone from HC-PinGviini jumping up to meet the ball. They're not giving control over to the Free Rats, and they're being calculated. When Free Rats have the ball like this, they're just looking to slow them down. You said one player out, two contest, force their hand, and then you wait for the true challenger, the one that's going to pick up the ball afterwards. Everything is just so well calculated by HC-PinGviini.
Kevin passing to centre, no one to receive. The Abs Crazy, the pass there to Boyoroyo, saved by LCT off to the side. Realize that ball travels high. Matthew beats out one. It will drop on down, caught by Boyoroyo. But there's Kevin waiting on the back wall. He's ready to get involved. He's trying to show off. The angle that he went for there is not fair. Luckily, you know, for the sake of the stream, there wasn't a goal because I don't think we should be allowed to show that. Nevertheless, 90 seconds left to go and it's 2-1 to HC-PinGviini.
Maxu has got 0 boost, finally turned around onto that mid pad, but that does show that just everything kind of falls in favor of HC-PinGviini. They've just constructed the macro of their game so well, utilizing so much space here on the pitch, knocking the ball into areas which takes time for the Free Rats to get to, which allows them to sort of like reformulate, get those positions, those rotations back in order, and it's continuously about the recovery and being comfortable for themselves.
Kevin picks out that ball, Matthew pushing it upfield. Abs Crazy waits on back, ready to stop the attack. Boyoroyo uncontested, has Kevin to his side. Realize gets involved. Boyoroyo just wins the 50 straight up, doesn't need any help. Abs Crazy to the side, but here comes Kevin flying in at Mach 10 speed to once again disallow the chance of a clearance.
This could be dangerous from Maxu. Oh, so well done, but again, no follow-ups there from Free Rats, just not having that capability. So it just hands the ball over to HC-PinGviini. They can throw into their opponent's half, recover, and then keep going again. They keep that 1-goal lead.
50-50 with Abs Crazy. Clock ticks on down. 5 more seconds. If Free Rats can't score here, the game is over. The game is won by HC-PinGviini. One last chance. Realize keeps it high. To the side it will be sent, and to centre it will go. Kevin off it to the backboard. Can he find the touch? No, he cannot. That's crazy.
They want another
He's going
goal.
BM. He's BMing them. He does not care. But the game is finally over, and the series concludes. An HC-PinGviini masterclass as they win it 4-0.
The Rat Kings have been dethroned, the crown's thrown in the sewers, and they truly are in the gutter right now after a 4-0 defeat. HC-PinGviini, Abs Crazy, Kevin, and Boyoroyo take a bow, lads, because that was a performance. First streamed match of these regional rumbles, and what a match that was, Boyer.
Well, HC-PinGviini have cemented themselves into the grand finals, guaranteed a part of that prize money, but they are still fighting for their spot to the regional rumble main event. They're still fighting for first place, for the glory of that top dog spot. We've still got a lower bracket to look at. Coming up after the break will be the lower bracket final, where we'll be seeing Free Rats once again against either the LCI Japan team or against GAT, another team of players who have a history of challenging the top dogs of APAC. So we're going to go to a quick break. We'll see you when that match is ready. We won't be long. We'll see you then.
bloodstream. Madness is my morphine. Beg for it from way down there. 'Cause I'm a king. I'm a king. 'Cause I'm a king. King. 'Cause I'm a king. Madness is my morphine. Beg for it from way down there. Look at me, I'm smiling. Beautiful and violent. Welcome to your last nightmare. Psycho in my bloodstream. Madness is my morphine. Beg for it from way down there. 'Cause I'm a king.
Step it up, look sharp. Welcome to the dark. Step it up, look sharp. Welcome to the dark. Dark. Welcome to the dark. Step it up. Step it up. Step it up. Step it up. Look sharp. Welcome to the dark, to the dark, to the dark, to the dark. Welcome to the dark. Dark.
get ready to rumble. I just really wanted to say that. I would really just
Fair enough.
right there. Hello everybody, I'm No Bacon, but I'm Jarvie. I'm here with Boyo for the second series of the day. This of course is APAC South Biweekly Rumble, a series of weekly tournaments culminating in a big APAC showdown later on today. Later on in the year. 3 Rats and Asian Cuisine was just on our screens, and I'm pretty sure, Boyo, in the green room we said, 3 Rats are going to win this easily. Why is it 0-4 and Asian Cuisine are moving to the grand final?
Asian Cuisine just looked like a better team, to be honest, Jam. They looked like they actually played with a lot more team chemistry, team cohesion going on, whereas 3 Rats looked like 3 great individual players, but even though Match and MCT have been teamed together for years and years, they didn't seem like they were. They looked really out of place in that match, and now in the lower bracket, who they will be facing up against Gyat in about who knows how long, whenever the match is actually set up and ready to go. But that will be the confirmed match for our lower final to try and get a spot in top 2.
Right, and wow, just like Asian Cuisine have defeated 3 Rats, although the scorelines were much closer down in the loser semi-final, HC-Japan Corp Esports somehow got one game. But every single time they lost, my goodness, the goals in favor of Gyat were absolutely crazy. 6-0 was game number 2. 5-2 was the winning game for Gyat. Them and 3 Rats in that losers final is going to be a spicy matchup.
Yeah, with Gyat being another team of players who in the past have caused some of the 3 Rat players some issues, namely Misty and Kaizen, going to be the biggest problem causers. And of course as well, Bunny Dummy has had a history of being around on AHA and 1620 Kings and AHA and 1620 Kings every single time he changed between them and the many years of him in the RLCS. But there are always players around in the APAC South who can really cause a challenge to Match Reality and Realize, and yeah, they would have been my 3rd place team anyway coming into this event. So the fact that they are now guaranteed at least 3rd place does speak volumes for what we were expecting of them. The question is, can they push beyond our expectations and take down the 3 Rats?
This remains to be seen. Of course, you need to finish first in one of these weeklies to be qualified for the final event happening in November. November 19th and 26th is going to be split into 2 weeks, since there's going to be 8 teams battling it all out. For now, though, today it is a ticket to that finals later on, as well as a prize pool of $1,500, 1,000 going to the winner. Second place receives 500, but again, no ticket. They'll have to try again. Thankfully, we have 3 of these tournaments, and while this first one is already gone, sorry folks, definitely cannot join this one. Later on in October 22nd is when our next tournament is going to be happening.
I want to add an additional kind of caveat to that prize pool thing that we mentioned as well. So first place gets that $1,000. Well, they actually, technically speaking, get 1,600 because they are then guaranteed the last place prize pool of the main event. So even extra money for qualifying, an extra 600 guaranteed in the pocket, can go all the way up to 4,200 for the main event, happening as mentioned in mid to late November. So plenty of money to be won, plenty of money on the line for these APAC teams. They are going to be fighting hard for it, and we've seen that already from Asian Cuisine, how hard they are fighting to get this win.
Oh my, that was something else, that series, and I'm expecting something very similar right here. 3 Rats played solidly. They lost, yes, but they played incredibly solidly, and Gyat are currently seemingly on fire, so I think it has all of the makings of a wonderful series, folks. We're still setting up that game in the background, but boy, you mentioned the APAC players sort of moving into the team, moving out of the team, joining a roster, leaving the roster. Does knowing that North America and EU were absolutely exploded by the fact that just all the rosters are everywhere, all over the place, is APAC going to suffer the same fate, or do you feel like there's more sort of togetherness and folks are more willing to stay together?
Most rosters in APAC will change and should change. I think we're already seeing a lot of the changes happening, of course, with the 3 Rats now existing. Gladiators have split up, Elevate have split up. We're seeing other top teams split up and kind of go their separate ways. Just recently, Kevin announced that Paradigm has split up. So they're all kind of starting to go their separate ways, trying out new rosters, and it's exactly what we want to see from them. The question more so becomes, what kind of rosters do we get formed in this event? Will be very telling of that. But yeah, no, the whole region should be exploding. We've got some young guns coming in, playing in APAC North tomorrow. Croado recently turned 15, and he's now old enough to play in the RLCS, a player who had been poised by many of the top APAC pros as a kind of future contender in the APAC scene, a future top challenger. So plenty of things to see coming in to this next RLCS season. I'm excited to see rosters unfold.
Yeah, this is all of this off-season rumble, if it is for APAC, and of course every single region right now has their own version of these weeklies, of these monthlies. So folks, if you're watching this from anywhere other than APAC, go check your regions as well. You might have something happening over there. We will have something happening over there. Over here though, again, as a reminder, the next qualifier is going to be happening on October 21st. Specifically for APAC South, as for the APAC North, yeah, also if you are from APAC North region, you have your own chances to play in these bi-weeklies. Get yourself a prize. Tomorrow actually is the first APAC North bi-weekly rumble, so there's still, I believe, time to set up for that. Price is still the same, 1,500 for the qualifiers as a whole, and a ticket to the APAC Regional Rumble. Those are the official finals for the event, in which again $15,500 is the total grand prize. So with, as Boyo has already mentioned, guaranteed $600 if you make it to the tournament. So get your rosters ready, keep on practicing. Would love to see you right here on this channel. We'll be covering the bi-weeklies, and of course I believe at the very end the APL Esports are going to be showcasing MENA, APAC, and Sub-Saharan Africa is the word I'm looking for, finalists over on their channel. Thank you very much.
But yeah, as Jam mentioned, APAC North will be happening tomorrow. I'll be on Cockin's channel to catch the kind of later matches of said event. There are a lot of good teams kind of going on through. There's people who are familiar with APAC, kind of listing off some of those rosters, some of those teams that have been found. The Nymph roster will be participating in that event. Mariwaki, Kansu, Popo, and Shalon. Don't know what combination they'll be putting onto the pitch, but those 4 players, of course, in the team. They recently announced Bokatache, Furlash, Mikan, and Lunatic, a team that I am very excited for. I've been waiting for Furlash and Lunatic to team up for quite some time, with Mikan in that roster as well. Certainly a very, very exciting one. And an interesting one there is we see APAC South player trying out over in the Japanese side, with Puffy joining Aishetaru and Kakomame over on Overlooked. And then that previously mentioned player of Croado teaming with Sigums and APAC South player Hideo on Overlap Redemption. So plenty of good players going on in the APAC North side, even with Burn playing with 2 people who we're not quite sure who they are. Nye and J-Box, we're not quite sure of how good they are, but playing on Boop together with Burn in the helm will be a exciting thing to see nonetheless. So APAC North has got plenty going on, and of course at the end it all kind of accumulates to one big event between the best 4 APAC North teams and the best 4 APAC South teams, so that's what you want to really keep an eye on. But even the qualifiers are going to be fun, just to kind of get a taste of what these players have to offer.
Oh, these, and of course, different roster combinations. This is what I love the most about the current off-season, is that we're seeing everybody play with everybody. Almost no roster is the same from one week going to another. And as a result, every single combination of 3 that you've dreamed of or thought of is going to be there. And so every single week over here, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing the same. I would love to talk about the new imports as opposed to the APAC South scene. Of course, that's Ichiyappon Corp Esport. They unfortunately have been eliminated by Gyat earlier in the loser semifinal, but it's yet another trend. Obviously, for Chaotic, he has been living in Thailand for a really long time. But Samut and Ekninito, they are either have been there in the South Korea and Vietnam for a while, or are just passing by, but still fully eligible to play in APAC South. And could they be yet another new import? And knowing that they're French, Boyo, is the region in trouble?
Yeah, no, I do believe that they have been living in APAC for quite some time. They have dual nationality, all just coincidentally French players living in APAC, which is like a really weird niche to fill, but I am happy for Chaotic to have found 2 other teammates who are French people living in Asia. Nevertheless, they did of course lose to Gyat in that lose their semi-final, but top 4 is still a really good finish for Japan Corp. If they keep that up, technically speaking, they would be the last team to qualify to the main event from APAC South, so cannot complain too much about that 4th place finish, especially coming in with low expectations on them. But yeah, as you mentioned, will France be the destroyer when it comes to APAC? I don't think it's so just yet, but I do think in the future, the imports and, you know, kind of the likes of Chaotic and Co could really start to cause some damage.
Well, we've, as Europe, we have exported folks into North America, we've exported folks into APAC. OCE, technically now, since I've heard Virtuoso is planning on moving to OCE and play on one of the rosters. Exactly which one, I don't believe it's known just yet, but we are just sending folks all over the globe. And yes, there's honestly, there's plenty, there's enough French players to have a roster in each region and honestly still be able to collect the top prizes because they are unstoppable. They need their own region somehow. Just France. Now introducing France. Just
friends, but they still wait to get into the lobby, got a bit of waiting to get done. I'm excited to kind of look at how this Asian Cuisine team is going to perform in the grand final. They got that win against the Free Rats, but I do still have that worry, of course, because I always do when the Free Rats have a chance of making it to the final, that they might just win next time around. So I'm hoping that Asian Cuisine are going to be, you know, practicing during this kind of break that they have and making sure they're kind of keeping up, kind of staying hot, staying ready to go, because it really could cause some damage if Free Rats get to that grand final and come back with a vengeance.
That's always a great story, and I do believe we do have a bracket reset situation, so team coming from the lowers would be able to, by winning 2 series in a row in the grand finals, would be able to get the title. For Three Rats, that's somehow winning 2 series in a row in that grand final after dropping to Asian Cuisine 0-4. I've seen similar things happen, and everybody loves a good lower bracket run, right?
Not 100%, but what do people love more? A big lower bracket run or the best team in APAC gets swept out of the tournament? Because both of these things are very much possible. If, you know, the Free Rats get taken out now, then we don't even have them in the grand final. What a shock that would be. What if we get a grand final of Gat versus Asian Cuisine? Then what?
By this point, Gat, well, I can with their explosive playstyle, really, what we really have seen from them is how explosive they've been in that series versus HC-PinGviini Corp Esports. They can just shock everybody. It's literally going to be not just the sheer pushing power, how much they're just push on their opponent and just never let them even get a breather. So far today actually has been quite goal heavy, looking at a variety of the series. Three Rats, by the way, scored 4 goals in every single game versus HC-PinGviini Corp. So is it the region thing, Boyo? I am but a humble guest today in the APAC, but is it a region thing that there's just so many goals to go around?
Honestly, yeah. I think Asian defense, especially kind of in the lower ranked teams, is terrific at some points. So they struggle to defend in the kind of lower echelons of APAC, and we see a lot of high scoring games here and there, even from some of the best teams. Teams like the Free Rats, like Old Elevate and Gladiators, they love just stomping on lower ranked teams and scoring a bunch of goals against them and stat padding. So yeah, it definitely is an APAC thing.
Okay, who did I see? That was Abs, I think. So yeah, of course, the Asian Cuisine folks. I believe it was game number 4, maybe even versus Three Rats. They're leading 2-1, they are in the lead, and he just goes on aerial dribble. He 0 already. The timer has ended. They can just drop it to the ground and win. No, he just goes for one more. He goes for one more attempt just to add to his stats, and that's a really good attitude to have if you want to be just put on a show, and I respect the APAC for that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I was concerned at the end of that 4th game that he would take that ball up and get scored on because of the cockiness, but nevertheless he stood his ground strong and actually got the win. So I respect him for keeping that ball up and going for it nonetheless, and of course the 4-0 victory is not something to scoff at. The confidence exuded from this team is, a nice sign to see and very, very exciting for the future.
Well, folks, we are but minutes away from the lower finals, 3 Rats versus Giat. The team are getting warmed up. We're making sure that the lobby is all up to par. We don't want anybody to be just at a disadvantage by any means. So, and finally, we'll get to see a bit of Giat action right here on the streams after we're seeing 3 Rats and Asian cuisines already. But it is October, and goodness gracious, it's still like 3 months until we get the new RLCS season. So many things can change. I'm still incredibly glad that with the help of Psyonix again. Big thank you to Psyonix for sponsoring and helping all of those regions with all of these tournaments. Everybody got attention, be it APAC, Sub-Saharan Africa, North Africa, MENA. On the other side, of course, it's the South Americas and the North Americas. Europe was not missed either. So, folks, right here on the Rocket RB, you'll be able to watch the weekly Rendezvous series. Of course, the European teams playing for $2,100 every single week. We already had 2 different champions here as well. If it was Team 2 winning the very first one, then for the second one, Lorry Drivers, the fantastically or sillily named team of Gom, Mike and Hips took the second one, and who knows what's going to happen for the third one again next week. So if you're here watching from Europe, check out the information most likely down below on our website Rocket Baguette with links to the rendezvous registration pages where you'll be able to register for the next one. If this is to be believed, it will be October 12th, next Thursday.
Yeah, plenty of tournaments to go on around. So as mentioned, keep an eye out, because you do not want to miss any of the Rocket League action spanning from every single region, the Middle East, and SSA being covered still by the APL side, of SSA starting probably just when this ends, to be totally honest, maybe just during the grand final. So you can realistically jump from here, head over to Gravier's channel in a little bit of time and get some ACS, not ACS, SSA. There we go, that's the correct word. SSA Biweekly Rumble action right after the APAC side. APAC North then tomorrow. We have MENA in North Africa, which happened, I believe, yesterday for both. But I could be corrected if I'm wrong on that one, with Team Falcons actually losing in the grand finals as well. So, interestingly enough, the new Team Falcons roster not taking the win. So, there's so much to watch, so much to get on the way. We're just getting ready to get into the lobby in a moment time.
All right, folks, thank you very much for waiting. The Losers Finals is just around the corner. Again, the rules of the game are simple. Best of 7. Team that loses gets eliminated from the tournament. Team that wins moves on to the grand final and has to win 2 straight best of 7 series in a row. Those, of course, are just the bracket reset rules. So let's see how that goes. For now, though, Giat and 3 Rats, they are ready. I'm pretty sure 3 Rats wants to bounce back. They've already defeated their opposition again. And 3 Rats been waiting for their opposition for a while. They could watch Giat and Nishiapan play earlier. So now they're all prepared. They are... I hope they're still warmed up, though. That's the most important bit. You never want a team to cool down waiting in between the games. Giat is coming into this hot through their lower bracket run. But 3 Rats, do they know what to do? Do they know what their opponent's going to do? It remains to be seen, but ready? Or, boy, we are ready.
We certainly are. Just getting to the first match here. As mentioned before, best of 7. We're all matched on stream today. And no exception for this one as well. The upper final with the best of 7 win for Asian Cuisine. A 4-0 victory. Our second series of the day, the lower bracket finals of Giat versus the 3 Rats. The big question is, who is heading to the grand final? Who is getting that rematch against Asian Cuisine? Because both of these teams so far have lost to Asian Cuisine. Who is getting granted with that rematch? Who is going to the grand final? And who had the chance to be the first team qualifying for the APAC Regional Rumble main event?
Folks in the Twitch chat, let us know also who is going to win the first game or even score the first goal. Again, the rosters as they are: 3 Rats represented by Maxu, LCT, and Realize joining us from APAC North. Well, for Giat, it's Bunny Dummy, Misty, and McCity, which I've been told never plays under his actual name.
Yeah, Misty, coming on. And not Misty, sorry, there we go. Kaizen, and Misty, there we go. I can speak properly now. Kaizen comes up as MSCDI on start, Wikipedia, everything like that, but he likes to confuse us. It is Kaizen in the lobby. K number 1, LCT match, you realise over on the orange. It is Bunny Dummy, Kaizen and Misty on the blue. And already 2 seconds in as they go for Realise.
Anybody had realized the score first? Well, I don't know, but he is quality. Misty just absolutely whips his run up to the ball. Realize wastes no time putting 3 rats on board. That is gonna be one heck of a handicap to give yourself 3 seconds in.
Yeah, simple as that. There's not much time needed for a goal to be found, and certainly a great way to start off a game. 1-0 already, and comfortable positioning for the 3 rats, but I want to see some great things from them. They're a team with so much potential, but I wouldn't even call it potential. They have proven themselves to be good, but they just haven't proven it as a team of 3. And it's a surprising thing to see that they're not living up to that standard just yet.
Well, there's a bit of time. Obviously, no extra long preparations by no means, but as we're seeing, best of 7 could go a distance, and LCT tries to extend that distance for 3 rats, collecting a beautiful setup from Realize on the sideboard. Technically, it is everybody got a touch on that, including 2 Giat players. 2-0 for 3 rats, lead extends.
2-0. And it is as simple as that. The 3 rats, they're playing their game, they're not being challenged when they're on the attack. This is kind of what they want to play against. The issue for them is that Asian Cuisine will not allow them to play in such a manner. And, you know, hopefully for Giat as well, if they don't have a chance at winning the series, they will also figure things out to kind of disallow them playing in such a manner.
On the attack, we're finally seeing Bunny and the rest of Giat on the offense. Registering their second shot of the game, and Maxu double tap potential is there. Misty on the corner, beautiful pass by Maxu back to Realize, but he cannot connect to it quickly enough. Too close to the ball. They're still in the penalty area. The 3 rats lose the control of the ball. Realize no boost, and past the last player it goes. Maxu needs to retreat, kills the ball in the midfield.
A good stop there, but here comes Misty off to the back wall, brought into centre. The ball travels high, Bunny Dummy cannot get involved. The Kaizen, heavy touch off the corner, past LCT, it will go into centre. The pass has been made over to Matishu. Misty tries to connect, but he misses out on his touch. LCT, he has time, he has a passing chance to make. But no one to follow it up. Nothing can be done.
Yes, it's a shame to see that the attacks of Giat are breaking down middle of the field. 3 rats only too happy to collect the ball in their possession and continue on. This demo could be something. Misty on the setup. Beautiful clear and Realize. 2 from 3 rats in the corner, but LCT, their third, makes for a beautiful clear. And they can even set up something for themselves. You can see Maxu himself flying in on that ball. And 3 rats convert their defense that was looking shaky just for a second into a great counter-attacking opportunity on the other side. Even if it's just pump and dump, they seem to be able to chase it down. And those back passes are looking dangerous, if only for a moment.
Half the game gone, 2-0 the score remains. It might be quickly changing though. Bunny Dummy tries to get in the way. But barely misses it in his touch. Good save from Realize off the corner. Matishu takes control, big dunk. Realize should be able to score that. No, he would just leave it. Seagull from Matishu. But net's wide open.
Okay, I need to see. I need to check. Kaizen waits for a pass, never receives the pass. There's more players in defensive. There's more 3 rats players in the defensive Giat than there are Giat players.
Yeah.
They don't even need Realize up there. It's straight on target. Maxi lives up to his Meister. A little extra tag, a suffix, I suppose. And 3-0 from 3 rats. I think they're going to be settling this game pretty well for Giat. Still nothing to be seen on the other side of the field.
Yeah, off to the corner. Matishu trying to make it 4-0. Dominant from the 3 rats in this game, and if they continue in the series as well, this is what we were expecting to see from them. A good turn as opposed to what we saw in the upper bracket final. Kaizen, the Bunny Dummy. That's out well by Realize. Rising high once more at Bunny Dummy, beaten by LCT and Maxu. Off to the corner, the shot is onto net. Kaizen will get a good save, but A counter-attack will just not be developed just yet. Finally a chance to cause some damage, but controlled well by Matshu, no goal to be found.
Oh, backboard, beautiful setup, but Kaizen needs to be just a little bit faster to collect that one. 3 rats, their defense have been on point so far, 6 saves in total, realized collecting 4 of those. Bunny out of the play, LCT, realize just trying to remove the goal in, try as he might, still save comes in from Kaizen, the Misty removes, you realize the nuisance on the goal line of Gyat. But they need not only saves but goals as well. Bunny cannot win this 50. Kaizen puts it straight back to Maxu, and on the ground, LCT, no collection. But this is time running out. Bunny, too low, no connection. Yet, even in the counter-attacking opportunities, just missing that one last touch. That would net them the goal. Backboard, they're still dangerous. LCT cannot reach it.
Eli tried to get a nice little shot onto net there. Sends it high, but it does not matter too much. But 3-0 the scoreline, 20 seconds to go. That one's not going in from Misty either. This game is all said and done at this stage. Just a matter of when the clock hits 0. Game number 1 will go the way of the 3 rats. A great start to a series where they're coming off a big loss. But can they keep it up?
So far, I don't see why not. This has been a glorious performance. The good news for the side of Gyat, though, they haven't been out of this game. As you look at it, look at their stats. They managed to put 8 shots on target. They have been in the opposition side. It's just that it was never a... Okay, there were a couple of really threatening shots, but never one that could really spell utmost trouble. Threats always there to make the final save, and in the end, just a really solid work from 3 rats all across the field. Yet, chances are still there.
Oh, 100%. It was great work from the 3 rats. The saves were plentiful for Realize, 5 to his name, 2 for LCT, 6 shots for Matcher down in the other end. It was a dominant performance in this first game, and if they can keep this up, it'll be a very troublesome time for Gyat, and we could be seeing another 4-0 on Stream Jam. I don't want to call it just yet, but with the way this team is looking, it's not looking good for a long series.
Well, it is up to Gyat to fix that. And speaking of fixes, if there's one thing perhaps that they could adjust in this game is to be a bit more careful with their midfield control. So if we can see some more carefulness with their passes, although it might not be down to Gyat, it might be down to 3 rats being so good into cutting down these passing lanes.
Off to the side it will go early on. A goal to be looked for in the opening 20 seconds of this game, realistically. They get sent off to the backboard now. Misty. Hit by Kaizen. Realised to get involved with the pass into centre. Matshu's up. Matshu's almost scoring, but it just travels wide.
Bunny, that's a clear realize, and LCT both go for it. A bit of a dangerous moment just for a second. More attempts from Gyat, and I'm loving what I'm seeing right now from them. It is a first time that, again, in this game already that they've looked great, and if this continues, even if this continues, they haven't conceded in the first 3 seconds. So that's, you know, a boon, a bonus.
Now, round the back corner it will go. Realize to control, and let's slip it past Kaizen. Mashu has an opening. They send that one out to the corner. Bunny Dummy gets bumped off the ball. Shot onto net, saved by Kaizen once again. LCT into centre. Pandemonium in front of net. A triple commit of all time. Maxu! Why did it...
No, just no, it does not go in. Misty. Small touch, and the opener goes in favor of Yacht. Oh, they threw everything in the kitchen sink. And also through Realize, who I'm assuming was respawning because he was incredibly deep into his own side. But even that cannot help Gyat with a first goal in this series. Should set him in the good set in this game number 2.
I don't know what I just watched there. That was disgraceful gameplay from the side of the 3 rats. It should be 1-0 to them, not 1-0 down the other way. Nevertheless, a goal found for Gyat. The first they found this series. Bouncing back though, match trying to get a shot onto net. Realize fakes out one. Bunny Dummy is 50-50. I'm so confused what's going on right now. Everything is looking wrong. That may be a go for LCT. It will bounce in off the bar. But what on earth is going on? My oh my.
I think you saw this in first series with Bacon as well. All of a sudden, it's short touches, tiny dribbles, 50s. That's where your improv skills are coming in. How can you just make something out of a situation where everything is not how you expect it? If you're quick on your feet, in that case, it seems that 3 rats have been. As LCT makes for that long range after off the crossbar and down, but back off the kickoff. It is Giat trying to settle down in the orange side of the field.
Matsu will catch the ball for the save. On off to the side it will be sent, rising high. FCT beaten out by Misty, drops on down. Realize looking for the clearance on out. Kaizen. Bunny Dovey's up. Off the backboard, anyone there for the shot. Misty waits but cannot find the touch. Matsu beats him to it. Off to the backboard it will go with Kaizen in control. 1-1 the scoreline remains as the 3 rats are hunting to make it 2. On the attack they will persist. LCT dives by but the ball travels under them. Matsu to catch, Realize rises up. He has FCT down to his side, the connection to be made, and another goal found.
And yet another case in which, okay, something out of nothing, Realize finds LCT. How much boost does LCT have? When he makes that touch, he has exactly 2 boosts. Uses it all to get into the air. Couldn't have been more perfect. And for a second, this wasn't even looking like a goal-scoring opportunity, but Giat extending all of their players and 3 rats making perfect use of everybody on the field down to the last bit of boost makes it for a lead for 3 rats.
Matsu can extend that lead with the help of Realize down in the midfield. Bunny Dummy unable to cause too much disruption as the ball does still stay in the possession of the 3 rats. LCT time to dribble that upfield, past Bunny Dummy, it will go 50-50 against Misty, will send it high. A pass on down to Kaizen. Matsu dead. And Misty. Free run onto net, LCT will say otherwise.
It's no longer a free game for 3 rats, but Giat unfortunately have lost a bit of that upper field control. Right now in front of their field, Misty needs to make that save, else it was all over him. Bunny, it was a passing play attempt, but either Kaizen needs to come in earlier or the pass needs to be more in direction of him. 3 rats are really ahead above Giat when it comes to getting to the end of that ball. Maxi could have scored, could have actually passed. Neither of those things have happened.
Misty, bad landing on the wall, big down from Bunny Dummy onto Realize, but if no one's there to play off of it, it all means nothing. Kaizen, a touch past 1. Realize going to take his time. Bunny Dummy will receive the pass, but LCT is waiting in back position. Riding high is Realize now. Misty cannot beat him to the ball. Matsu off to the backboard. Kaizen in an awkward position. There is no one there to shoot though. They decided not to, I guess, this time.
And you can see Kaizen also going into the attack. No boost, so he was mostly just biding his time. Bunny, a pass is what they need, but LCT is ready for any occasion and blocks that as well. Tries they might. 3 rats defense is just too much to overcome, and we're entering the last 20 seconds. It's Giat with the ball on the wall. LCT, a miss, but there's a follow-up. Maxu, somebody on the ground. Kaizen needs to drop it straight to Misty. Misty went just a little bit too far. Yes, the angle was awkward, but this is still no excuse, and still they missing their last goal. One last attempt. Bunny to Realize this drops down. This is second one for 3 rats.
Another win for 3 rats. They go 2-0 up in the series. They are looking comfortable. The only goal scored by Giat was off a major mistake from the 3 rats, rather than Giat really popping off and doing something well. It was just off a Matsu having the worst shot of his life, realistically. And that's the only goal that Giat have got.
Realize could have saved that one as well. But even with that one conceded, still the overall lead in the series resoundingly in 3 rats' favor. 3-0 in the first game, 2-1 in the second one. And I feel like most importantly, 3 rats did not allow Giat to continue the same offensive pressure as in the previous game. From what we see in the previous game, 8 shots. This game, 4 shots for Giat.
Plenty done by Giat in the shooting department in both of these games, but it's not enough to actually score, and that's the biggest issue for them. They're not finding the back of the net on their attempts. They're having very much wasted opportunities now. We come into game number 3. If they lose this game, I'm going to call it over now because I don't see them coming back from a 3-0 deficit.
It's going to be rough. No tactical timeouts either. They'll have to figure it out right here on the field. And in between those matches, 60 seconds is literally all they're getting. And still, it feels like before they even get all those forces, Kaizen to Misty to the net. Yat opened the scoring yet again. Did not help them in the previous game, but this time they're fast, they're efficient, and heck, with everything else does not work. Just resort to demos, right?
Oh, 100%. And this is the first goal that had been scored by Gyat, which is very much deserving of being a goal. But now they're going to do more than that, because up comes Kaizen rising high. They cannot win off a one-goal game. They can certainly win off a two-goal game, though. An attempt onto net, saved by Realize. They get this one out of his corner. The attempted bump on Misty will not be found. Pass into centre denied. Realize to catch it. That one could go through, but Bunny Dummy will die for the save. The pass is there to centre. Kaizen cuts it out.
Long clear, and once again, Gyat tasted the blood in the water. They are now the Sharks, and this little pop-up for Bunny could be great. Realizing Maxu, too many cooks in the kitchen for that one. Maxu, though, with his aerial dribbles, he is just... You are kidding me. He has no rights to get this all the way to the net after taking up from Realize. But look at him. One flip reset. Gets a beautiful touch. Nobody can chase him. Three Rats, even when they're down, they somehow climb out.
One apiece, I told you. The one-goal game is not going to be enough in the slightest. And it certainly has not. They'll have to find some more if they want to take down the Three Rats. Kaizen, push upfield with the ball. One-on-one against LCT. LCT will be the one to come victorious. Rising high, get past Bunny Dummy. Missed it. To centre. Kaizen, back to Misty. Good passing between the both of them, but they get cut out pretty quickly.
Realize his attempt. He now wants to score himself after we're seeing what Maxu can do. I'm pretty sure Realize can do that, and maybe even better. Honestly, that both of them are incredibly great players. Realize on the ground versus two, and this is now a runaway. This is now an empty net-ish, because Maxu still has time to come through. Shot not strong enough, and loving the passes. Yeah, they're still relying on moving the ball around, and if previously those passes have been intercepted, more often than not, now Three Rats are just... Three Rats just don't care. They don't care. Long-range efforts. I've seen so many in the series already.
Bunny Dummy, it's a bad touch out. Matthew gets the dunk, and with no one being back, Misty, the furthest person back, nowhere near the net. It's an easy goal for the Three Rats. They're now 3-1 up.
Wow, wow, and wow some more. You try as you might, and again, kitchen sink, yada, yada, yada. For Three Rats, it's long-range cannons. I don't know where they're coming from for this one. So once again, one goal, definitely not enough. And for Gyat, the hard work starts. So far in this series, they have not been able, hold your horses, to score more than one goal. First game was completely scoreless. Second game, one goal, but Three Rats got that one as well. And right now, looking for something else. Once again, a demo. I love that. Kaizen with an opportunity, but Misty gets dispossessed, and up come the Three Rats.
Match past one. Off to the side it will go. The clock keeps ticking down. Half the game has gone on by. Third goal could be coming away of Three Rats. Realize can knock the shot onto net. LCT to the backboard. Match shoot. Beaten by Misty. Kevin's stopped playing the game. I don't know if he's AFK. He's asking for a pause, and I assume it will come out. There it is. Don't know what just happened, but a pause came nonetheless. So I'll get kind of word on that in a moment time, I imagine.
I'll figure out what it is. Yep, just a little bit of a connection issue, so we're going to be figuring that out in just a moment. But yeah, no goals have been scored, I think, in the meantime. But we'll bring you an update whenever that comes. Still, though, it's I think it's right now on the field. It's still not about the technical issues. It's about how Gyat, even when they're playing, feels like at 110%. Three Rats just need a well-placed shot and just be able to hold on for as long as possible, and then they find those goals still.
Yeah, they found their goals, they found their game, they found the right gameplay, they found the right kind of team cohesion to come through to actually take the lead. So the question is, can they keep it up? And if they do so, make the grand finals, can they actually win it there?
It is still a bit ways to go, but for now, it does look like Three Rats. Well, they're heading towards there. We still have 2 minutes in this game, number 3. and they are in the lead, and they might set themselves for a perfect position to go into Grands. For Gyato, honestly, this could be a blessing. This could be a blessing. This little pause is just gonna help them out to even more cement what they are currently doing wrong. And it seems like they fixed most of their issues. Their only issue, I think, but right now it seems they commit fully. Nobody's back home, and that's where the 3 rats strike.
You know, the 3 rats have struck many a time. The question is, will they be allowed to keep on striking? They are 2-1 up. The match will get reset. Same scoreline, same time. Just need to get the ping sorted out, as players have been lagging, but do not worry, they'll not be getting cheated out of any goals or anything like such. Just having to wait for the match to come back, a new lobby and such. But 2-0 is the current series score for the 3 rats. 2 more game wins and they will be going on to the grand final, getting a rematch against Asian Cuisine, a team who they will be certainly very determined to take down once more.
And of course, the Asian Cuisine are going to be very determined for that to not be allowed, and just slap that down one more time, maybe with another 4-0, who knows. That is still up and coming later on as our final series of the day. And again, folks, don't forget that since this is a double elimination bracket, we also have a bracket reset rule in action, which means if the team from a lower bracket is going to win the first series in grand final, bracket resets, they play one more best of 7 to figure out who is going to be the winner. That's still up in the air as we're still here in the lower bracket. 3 rats versus Giat, currently in game number 3, with 3 rats leading in a series 2-0, and in a game 2-1. Currently it's attack pause to fix one of the players' ping issues.
Yep, ping issue is a common thing in APAC. We're used to it at this stage in APAC. Anyone who watches APAC enough or plays in APAC enough will tell you we get ping issues all the time. We're used to it happening, especially when we've got kind of players still. Although APAC South and APAC North are split for this event, some are still playing from APAC North, some are still playing for APAC South and the APAC North side, and vice versa. So, always going to be ping issues. The servers can be a little unstable at times, but we should have a match again, and not too long of a wait. But nevertheless, Jam, the 3 rats team are looking scary again against Giat, but do you think they have what it takes going into that grand final against Asian Cuisine if they so make it there?
I feel like as experienced players, they would know what went wrong and will try to fix that coming into the grand final. If I had to make one prediction, is that it's no longer going to be a sweep. I somehow don't believe Asian Cuisine will be allowed to once again 4-0 3 rats, or perhaps Gat, I guess, since this series is not over just yet. But I don't think it's just going to be a clean sweep. 3 rats, again, these are the names in the scene. Maxu, LCT, I'm pretty sure have been here since the creation of APAC as the region, and of course realized the #1 Japanese player joining them, they would know what to do. So Asian Cuisine not going to have an easy run. Whether 3 rats or Yacht in this case will be able to beat Asian Cuisine, that sort of remains to be seen, but that remains to be seen, and we are thankful are going to be having the grand finals later on our screens. For now though, it is still the lower final series. Again, 2-0 in favor of 3 rats. We are joining midway with 3 rats in the lead.
3 rats up in the lead, 2-1, 2 minutes 9 seconds on the clock. We're just getting ready to go, just waiting for everyone to be ready. The match is all set up though, so we'll be just a moment time now. But nevertheless, things are looking good for the 3 rats. They are looking better than ever. They are looking like a top team so far. A lot of questions still to be answered, and we might get them answered in the grand final. But this is what we expected from them. We expected them to storm through the competition. We did not expect the hiccup earlier. So if they can bounce back from that, they'll be living up finally to their expectations.
Folks, once again, those of you in the chat, I see my friend and my brother from across the pond, the real Jar, over here. He, of course, I think right now best known for coaching many of the Rocket League teams as well. Who do you have as a favorite? Who do you have as a favorite in this series? Is it 3 rats? Are you cheering for an underdog in Yat? Who do you have as a favorite to win the whole tournament? It's just let us know what you think, and of course do not forget to register for the next bi-weekly Rumble, as of course you have your chance of playing in APAC South, APAC North, and check out Middle East as well as North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa tournaments. Since we have them all, there's a chance to participate in every single one of them, and of course a chance to get right here on the stream.
Yeah, do you want to get on the stream? Then you've got to play in the tournaments over on the Rocket RB. We'll be doing all of the bi-weeklies, and over, of course, for the main event, that'll be done on the APL channel. So, plenty of opportunities to get on the stream. You just got to get down and play and perform well in said tournament. The match is ready to come on back, though. Beginning now, 3, 2, 1 on the timer. It's 2-1. 2 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. Free Rats, if they win this game, they will head to match point and in prime position to win the series. But they've still got work to do.
All right, well, we're going to be looking at how this is going to go. Still not winning this just yet for Free Rats if they win this game, but a match point is going to be something great. So let's see. Kickoff neutralizes everything just a little bit, and Giat already 2 games in a row scoring first. They do love their kickoffs, but boy, somehow it still does not matter. No matter how great Giat are starting from the kickoff, it is still Free Rats who are scoring.
Free Rats, they love to score first, and even when the game is, kind of starting halfway through, they'll still get the first one on the board. 3-1. A 2-goal lead instated the Free Rats side. And this is a scary position now for Giat, because it could very much be over here this series if they lose this game, because there's no way they're making a best of 7 reverse sweep against the Free Rats.
Or I've heard this region is absolutely wild, so who knows? Who knows? In any case, it is in favor of Free Rats. Free Rats are once again on the attack. Hazen removed, and I'm pretty sure Misty's going to be bumped as well. Dodges out of the way just in the nick of time. LCT already collecting ball in the middle, which is not allowing Giat to even start a counterattack. They didn't even get a whiff out of it all. In the meantime, Maxu, LCT, realize gonna be in the middle of the field, and once again, round it goes. Free Rats attack, go back, attack again.
Well, into centre it will go from Misty, denied well by Maxu. Bunny Dummy will catch it at the cross line. Attempted bump, realise doesn't have to move, he can sit still and get that ball in his possession, run down the clock a little bit as well. 40 seconds left to go, diving in is Maxu. LCT will get a touch on it, here comes Kaizen. Off the ceiling, the attempted shot denied by LCT. A foot reset found, realise away and upfield it will go. Bunny Dummy getting chased on that ball, bumped off it by LCT. Revives well with Maxu rising high. Can he find a path to a teammate? Yes, he can, to centre, but no one to receive.
It's amazing, a bit of rotation from Free Rats where they are able not just to rotate in the defense, rotate after the player and bump him out. This is on the line. Kaizen gives Giat one last chance in this game number 3. Late goal, 6 seconds. Previously, we've seen Giat score and be in the offense from the kickoffs. Folks, hold your breath. This can repeat.
It certainly can. 6 seconds, don't hold your breath. Misty tries to go slow in the kickoff to win it. Instead, it really hurts him in the back because it's all the way into his half. They had to keep the ball up. They will not do that at all. Instead, Free Rats, head to match point.
3-0 for Free Rats. And they're in a perfect position to now take it all in this lower finals. Give themselves a ticket to the Grands, and still there's just not much to say about Giat besides, yes, you're getting your chances, but you also need to convert these chances. And by goodness, please fix whatever is happening in the defense.
Yeah, the defense is not looking good. The stats ignore them because they are a bit messed up because we had to reset the lobby. Nevertheless, it is a win for Free Rats. It is match point for Free Rats. One more game is needed for Free Rats to send their way to the grand final and have a chance at redemption against Asian Cuisine, the main target on their sights at the moment. Giat, on the other hand, they're just looking to take a game at this stage. They don't want to go out getting swept. They took a game against Asian Cuisine, at least going 3-1 down to them. They do not want to get 4-0'd by the Free Rats side. Although, Free Rats is very well deserving of getting a 4-0. Asian cuisine, you know, they could sweep them. Why can't Gyat? Why can't Gyat take them down?
Come on, Gyat, you can do it. I'm not supposed to be picking sides. I'm a caster, but yet, come on, show us what you got. Show us the best that you can do. And there are a couple of fireworks here and there. They'll be looking very nicely.
Now off to the corner early on, being bullied all around, realize 50-50 out to the side, Matchu to catch it. Bunny dummy, gonna slip on under off the back wall into center. Misty, taking off the ball, LCT to receive, bump on Misty on the sidewall as well. They're controlling it well, into center it will go. It's for LCT, and away it will be. Kaizen shot, saved by Matchu. That one's away from Bunny Dummy. Misty will try and get involved himself, but to no avail. The shots keep going wide, keep getting saved.
Kaizen, well, Misty will collect it backboard. LCT already risen to that since the early hours of the morning. And the Three Rats, they are just built differently. I was about to almost call Maxio's name since he has scored from amazing positions previously, and his aerial skills are undoubted. But right here, shot, weak one. I love the ingenuity from LCT. No need for a hard shot. It just needs to be tricky.
Bunny Dummy, launch up field, going to be caught well by Realize. 50-50 with Bunny Dummy, sends it out to the corner once more. A follow-up from LCT, no goal scored just yet. That could very swiftly change. Realize fakes out one. Mash is pushed up too far. Everyone's missing the ball, everyone's going nowhere near it, to be totally honest. Finally a touch from Realize found. Misty will catch it in the midfield line. But Matchu, the pass made to Realize now, off to the crossbar.
Oh, no.
An own goal from Kaizen.
Even when the side of Three Rats cannot score by themselves, though once again they found the defensive Gyat missing. It's an own goal. I feel like Gyat just had enough of embarrassment, enough insult to the injury. Please, stop it. They're already down. Pirates in the lead, and with their lead in the series, and with the way this has been going so far, it is a big old challenge from Gyat to get anything out of this.
LCT off to the side. Matchu trying to get it onto net, going to be saved well by Misty. Upfield it will be sent. Realize here he comes barreling downfield. Kaizen out to the corner now. LCT to receive. Misty attempt a shot onto net, denied. 3 minutes left to go. LCT one-on-one against Bunny Dummy will get it past. 50-50 sends it high. Matchu to catch off the ceiling, bouncing down. Anyone to receive it? No, it'll be Misty to cause some disruptions on the approach.
Bunny, again, passing play, but LCT just knows there's gonna be a pass, there's gonna be an attempt. It feels like for Gyat, despite passes being a really good option, it's just not worth it because Three Rats are just already there. They know that's the game plan, so easy to read, easy to play against. I'm not expecting individual plays from Gyat coming into the action, but something needs to change. They must realize that, no pun intended, that those passes are just not working.
Misty off to the backboard, he'll find an angle. They're back in the game for just a moment, Jam. It's Misty, takes matters into his own hands, and a great touch on that ball. The defense has been left wide open from all the demos and all the bump attempts. 1-1, 2 minutes to go. We've got a game on our hands.
I didn't catch it on like twice. I've watched that replay whether LCT actually got a touch on Misty or not, because if Misty also was bumped during that time, then that recovery into a wild read on the ball bounce was tremendous. A perfect goal to bring yourself back into the game, and yeah, they're feeling a bit reinvigorated by that. They're back to their side. Realize is out, but even with 2-3 Rats can be quite deadly.
Bumped off the ball. Misty can try and cause some havoc. He's been the player really doing the most for Gyat right now. Funny done me a demo on LCT, rising high is Realize against Misty. Three Rats are making a lot of mistakes in their attempt to touch it and missing out a lot of whiffs. And that may be a goal because of it, but Kaizen the shot off the post. So close, but not enough.
And long clears.
Is that going to go in? With barely travelling wide, but Match can get involved on it. Kaizen gets there first. A turn of pressure though for the Three Rats. Now back the other way of Gyat. Both of these teams pop shots to net, but no one can get a goal out of it.
I wonder if it's going to normalize for a second, or if both teams are going to be running from one side of the field to the other, lacking boost, collecting any other scraps that they can to commit from the side of Gyat. And just for a moment, they might not be feeling too well on the ground. Bunny, his individual efforts have been working out. Collection of the pass in the middle, not to be this time, but this good boomer, and Misty will be, for at least, chasing it. Bunny in the back, Hazen waiting for a pass. Bunny decided to collect it for himself, and with not that much boost, and at least a flip reset. That's something in his pocket, but that's all she wrote for that one.
Rising High is realised now, met by Misty. The clock ticks down while we have an overtime for our final potential game of Gyat in the tournament. Realised to centre to LCT, caught well by Misty. Gyat are fighting for survival, and he might have just found it. The bump from Bunny Dummy. Misty will get the goal with 11 seconds left to go. This could be a game win for Gyat.
Wowee. Maxi was right there, but the bump sends him to the moon. See ya later. 11 seconds. The problem is this is 3 rats. Every single time I was so hopeful for Gyat, 3 rats did something. Now it's on the other side of the field. Boy, we are heading to the game number, well, by this point, game number 5. No sweep for 3 rats.
Game number 5 is where we are headed. And my oh my, 3-1 for Gyat. They did not go down without a fight. They get that one game that I was talking about, one game that they certainly did deserve to win. The biggest question now is, can they make it a little bit closer? Can they fight back further? Or can the 3 rats win it here?
This is already much closer. This is already the best performance from Gyat that we have seen, and look at that. 3-1. Shots just through the roof. 3 rats had nothing to showcase in this game, bar 1 goal, but who cares that? That was an own goal as well, so going by our technicalities, they did not properly deserve. Hooey, this is a series now.
Certainly so. A series on our hands, and I'm excited to see it. The 3 rats are very uncharacteristic with their whiffs in that last game, to be totally honest. It was a lot of unusual mistakes from them, which is what cost them that game. Now as we get ready for game number 5, they have to clean up those mistakes, or they'll get punished even further, and I think they will be able to clean up those mistakes. But will Gyat be able to improve enough to keep them on their toes?
This is going to be not just on their toes, it's planted firmly on the ground and just barreling through it somehow. Game number 5, Dead Eye Canyon. And an early goal would set them up in really good stat. How about this? A really good stat.
Well, they got that first goal that they were hoping for, so certainly a good start. 1:07 seconds in. The defense has been caught out, and a goal has been found for the team in orange. Oh, sorry, that's the colours.
Blue, Boyo, blue in this case.
Yeah.
For 3 rats, now I've been for all this time I've been like, what can Gyat do to really turn this around? What can they do? Right now, like, 3 rats, where are you? Nowhere to be found. A beautiful transition, post to post, coast to coast. Gyat already up by 2.
Wow. Wow, oh wow, 2-0 for Gyat already. 20 seconds gone on by, and not the start the 3 rats were hoping for, to say the least. Realize is up. Realize they're going to follow that. Maybe he gets something here, but with no boost to follow, it's an easy save for Kaizen. Maxi will try and do something now as he brings it into centre. But Bunny Dummy will just send that one away out of harm's road.
He was waiting, but by this point, and a drop dangerously in front of the net. Maxi with a great read, realized LCT same flank, so opportunity for a bump. There's a drop on the ground. LCT works for a block off that clear as well. Every single time 3 rats have something, they also have 3 more things in their pockets. They are ready and prepared for multiple opportunities, and their read so far has been tremendous. But one of the reasons why Gyat has been losing heavily in the previous games.
Off the back ball, Realize trying to get a dunk but cannot find it. Connection made by Maxu. LCT waits on back, rising high now. A pass is there to centre, Bunny Dummy to receive. Kaizen. He turns some action. Giving that one into centre, LCT. A good save. Bunny Dummy, a good shot. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left, and it's 3-0.
Threes on the board all across. Unfortunately, zeros for 3 rats. Not living up to their name whatsoever. And this has just been a show. Bunny, Misty stepping up. Kaizen working the defense. Getting the ball again as Max's positioning will be mostly just follow up rather than a straight up block. He's going to get the ball. Realize is already there, but Maxu is out. Only going for bumps, I'm pretty sure. And Realize rushing on through. I want to see this once again from the perspective of one of the Gyat players, because this looked as if they were just not there. And Maxu, there we go. I knew something has happened because either somebody had to be there or there was some interplay.
I go back for the orange side. 3 rats are hunting to have the series end here, because if they do somehow go to game 6, game 7, things get very worrisome. Things get terrifying for the 3 rat side. Imagine your first match you get swept, your second match you get reverse swept. How disappointing that would be for an end.
All right, well, this is setting up to be a can Gyat reverse sweep 3 rats. For now, they are making an attempt to do just that. Realize just waits patiently. The bounce doesn't work in his favor. LCD will be starting something of his own, but Kai's a much better angle to do something with the ball. Max, who never want to give them the ball. His aerial play was sublime so far. Past one, and past the other. 3 rats back in defense.
Clearance away. Matcher tries to fake out the oncoming defender, but cannot do such. Upfield, Bunny dummy to the back wall. Realize the catch past to Matcher. The connection's not being made though. It's a familiar thing for the last couple games this series. The connections have not been found. Misty. Not going to interject just yet. But Matcher pushing that ball upfield, trying to cause some damage to the defences. He misses his touch once again though. Matcher is not having the best of time all day, to be totally honest. There's a few misses here which have been very uncharacteristic. That one's upfield for Misty. LCT can't receive it. Drop down, he will go. But another goal found for Misty. It's 4-1.
And you can see working past it to LCT needs to immediately react. And that was a great reaction, but now all of a sudden him and Realize need to cover the whole net. I'm gonna look at it again. I'm pretty sure even if it didn't have Realize in the way, I'm pretty sure that was going post and in. So Gyat, even from this kickoff, boy, this is just getting a bit ugly for the side of 3 rats. Gyat immediately takes control of the ball, and if 3 rats cannot even hold on to the thing they need to be keeping the possession on and concede, not yet, now, yes. English, really good. Hot trick for Bunny, 5-1 for Gyat. I think we're looking at the game number 6.
Oh, almost guaranteed at this stage. A 4-goal comeback in a minute 36 is not looking very good for the chances of the 3 rats, especially when they're 5-1 down. Game number 6, so they keep playing like this. Game 7's on the horizon and just 5 minutes after, and game 7 could, who knows how it ends up.
I'm just rubbing my hands over here and giving out an excited look at how this series is going to progress. For now, for 3 rats, well, a bit of confidence needs to go back into their minds. And their connections are suffering just a little bit. You pointed out Maxi, who has not been making his touches that well. We're not collecting the passes as well as previously, and we haven't seen a really spectacular, I keep saying like, oh great, like he's been so great in aerial so far, but every single time I said that, it didn't really end up in much lately in these games. For now, again, try for something crazy, try for something wild. To go for Realize, at the very least, if you're losing the game but you score last, it's something to bring into next one.
A confidence booster is all that can really be called, because 46 seconds to score 3 goals, and that's just to make it to overtime, is not looking like the best chances. But not over till the clock hits 0, of course, so as the game continues, so too will the 3 rats hunt to find this next few goals.
-1, but Misty has utter control of the ball and is not allowing 3 rats even to look at it. Another attempt, Realize, puts it in one spot where nobody can reach it from the side of Gyat, but also nobody else could reach it in the nick of time. So Misty and the rest of Gyat are moving on forward. Double demo, Realize, Bunny eliminating themselves. And high ball, this is just working on the hand of Giat. Mathematically impossible now to score all of these goals. And Giat now with a 2-game comeback after dropping 3. This series has turned around, and look at them. Misty, Bunny, and Kaizen. They are putting every single bit of effort in this one. We've seen them at 110%. It seems like they found another gear in themselves. They're now at 200.
They are putting a shift in to win this game 100%. And they have certainly won game 5, but can they continue it for game 6? We've got a series on our hands. I was scared it would be a sweep. But nevertheless, we have a great series coming our way. Game number 6 is on the horizon. But will it be going the way of Gat or Free Rats? Will we get that fabled game 7 jam, or will we be ending in 6?
By this point, the storyline has already built up enough that... actually, no, we definitely need to get game 7. The question is only who's going to win it. Because in both cases, Giat reverse sweep their opposition. My god, what a storyline. 3 Rats stopped the reverse sweep from happening. That's also a storyline. That works out in both favors. Unless you're a fan either of Giat or 3 Rats. Because I'm pretty sure right now they're clutching their hearts. Giat fans for the reason of, oh my god, can we actually do it? And 3 Rats for the reason of, please don't drop this. You worked so hard, you got 3. Please don't drop this. I say, let's give Giat one more. Let's go to game number 7. Let's see what happens.
Well, to make it to game 7, game 6 has to conclude first, and LCT match and realize they'll be doing everything in their power to avoid that game 7. They want the grand finals now. They don't want to go any further. But will they be granted such a treat? Can they end it here, or will they have to go the distance?
In their defense, they found themselves. Giat, they rather much prefer to be in the final third of 3 Rats and scoring those goals one after another. Realize, seems like the game has slowed down just a little bit, Boyo. Everybody's got a bit more positional and more thoughtful, perhaps, about their moves. Bunny, though, on this one will need some help as the ball returns to the Giat players.
The corner will go. LCT trying to get involved. Realize, met by Bunny Dummy. A push up field met well by Maxu. LCT over to Realize it will be found. Misty rises high, ready to challenge. The ball drops down over to Maxu now. Kaizen away it will go off to the backboard. Great save there by Maxu. Misty taking his time. Brings it out to the back. Kaizen. It's almost in, but no one's there to follow up.
Heading on up. Let's go. One shot, all they need, and they get that one goal. Look at them. Finally surrounding the defense of 3 Rats. Kaizen's block was imperative, and even if Realize was not bumped out of the field, his positioning did not give him any chance of making any saves, bar the shots coming straight at him. Let's go, Giat.
Let's go, Giat, indeed. If you want this game 7, it's got to be them to win it. Misty in centre to Kaizen. That's another goal into 0 jam. This is looking like a game 7 on the horizon.
Misty finds a perfect run on the corner, and Kaizen arrived there yesterday, set up a tent, and when the moment came, just blinks it into the net. 3 Rats, where are you? I see Maxu, I see LCT, I see Realize. Their nameplates are running across on the field. I'm pretty sure they're present, and yet Giat play as if their opponent isn't even there.
Off the backboard from Misty. And Maxu out to the side. Kaizen. Into centre now. Here comes Misty. Fakes out Realize, gets it off the corner. He sends it high, he cannot make the connection. LCT. A pass over to Maxu to be made off the corner, it will bounce. Misty on the line. Get that save and clearance away.
Explosions raining left and right. LCT spawns on that flank. Maxu, in the meantime, bottom of the screen, getting removed from the net. No demos, but still pretty dangerous. Potential opportunity for 3 Rats goes a bit begging and a bit to the side, so nothing on that one. More clear, it's just not working out. No longer 3 Rats has that dominance in long-range shots. And they don't even have time to make those long-range shots. They keep on taking the ball out of their own net and resetting the game off the kickoff.
Matchu. Off the backboard, he will catch it. Bunny dummy into center over to Kaizen. Matchu, once again, a good save, but they've got to get on the offensive side. FCT might be the man to do it. 1-on-1 against Bunny dummy. It'll be sent out to the side. Kaizen, away and high it will go. Realize off to the corner. The ball drops down for Matchu. The backboard and away. Matchu sends it along. Needs some help from a teammate. No one ready for shots.
Could use to have somebody previously. I think we've seen as 3 Rats had somebody to collect, maybe a bounce off the backboard or even a straight up pass where it's 50-50 that just goes back. You can pick it up again. LCD now could be that player, but needs to make a connection. It would be a tough angle to make, but at the very least, you need to make the first stop, and that in that case is a touch. So perhaps slow the game down, perhaps simple it down just a little bit so the 3 Rats can make something. Actually, why do I even need to say anything? 3 Rats know what they need to do. Pass it to Realize, and that they do.
2-1. Realize gets one back. Fighting hard, Jam, to avoid this game 7. 90 seconds left to go. They want to have a chance of avoiding game 7. They've got to play another goal fast. But yeah, they are on the road to play defense. Make sure that realistically the 3 Rats don't get another chance on net if they can so deny it.
LCT, of course, doing the best job of confusing the living heck out of everybody with his blue car playing on the orange side of the field. I was rubbing my ass and trying to figure out why am I seeing these colors and why that player is clearing the ball back to his own side. No, that's just LCT being as sneaky as possible. But who are we making? Bacon? Boyo, well, I've sure done it. Seems like some of the players do need that pressure of reverse sweep to start scoring goals. Credit to our wonderful producer HC-PinGviini for that one.
Yeah, the ball drops on down. Bacon may not be getting in for a little bit longer, Jam, because game 7 is approaching ever so closely. 30 seconds left to go. The reverse sweep is well and truly underway for the Gyat side, and they might get to the final stage of it. Misty, denied there by Matchu, can't get a catch on the way. Out into centre it will go. Bunny, onto the backboard. It'll follow on past. Realize. Going back around the corner, Matchu is here. Good 50-50 by Misty, LCT. Into centre it will go. Bunny dummy to the ground, he's trying to send it. 0 seconds, the clock has hit, it needs to hit the ground, and we have game 7.
We do. Now, well, once again, the big question, who is going to take it? By this rate, it's Gyat. It has to be Gyat. Look at the numbers from 3 Rats. Yes, they've scored 1. Where have they been the rest of the game? I haven't seen them. I literally have not seen them, be it defense or offense. We're looking for like ball touches. So we actually do not have the ball touch statistic over there, but it just felt like 3 Rats were never around the ball, despite what stats might tell me. It is just Gyat's game through and through. It is now closer. It is no longer a runaway, but oh god, it sets up for such an interesting game number 7.
Oh, Jam. Oh, Jam, oh, Jam, oh, Jam.
Oh boy. Oh
We've got
boy.
game 7 on our hands. It is the very, very first APAC Regional Rumble, and we're going to a game 7 with a potential bracket reset on the line. Can the 3 Rats avoid it, or will they be taken down in the worst way imaginable? There's 5 minutes on the clock. A game 7 reverse sweep. Best of 7 reverse sweep. It's so rare to happen, but it might just be happening now. Everybody in chat, you better get hyped. We could be seeing a big moment in APAC history. A grand final without Matchu. Realize our LCT could be on the horizon.
Oh no. This would be something false. Get to the edge of your seats. Give the energy to your favorite team, be it 3 Rats or Gyat. If you want to see the underdogs take it all, Misty tries to solo everybody on the field and looks spectacular while doing it, but perhaps not moving the ball any further. LCT needs to save Maxu as he misses the ball. And Gyat now surrounding their opposition. Touches just not coming from 3 Rats. There needs to be a clear, there needs to be something. But for now, Gyat without a clear shot. Dangerous moment right there, but 3 Rats somehow relieve the pressure, if only for a moment.
Misty, good 50-50. Kaizen gonna wait for Realize's touch, lets him play it. Realize has low boost, though he can't do too much. He needs a teammate to help him out. LCT comes in way too late. Matsu low, save by Misty. Following up on that ball, he's got good control. A quick reset attempt, will send it out to the side. Realize, rushing through. A connection made into center from Maxu. 1-0 start for the Free Rats.
Well, lead and things might turn sour now. Forget that is 3 Rats. We're going to be exhaling with relief. They needed something like they've scored in the previous game, but again, it's in this one where it's going to be mattering the most. Still, I'm not certain about 3 Rats. Midway through this series, they've lost something special. And to find it again, well, that's going to be truly the mark of champions of Apex out that they can do.
Pass one, it will go. Bunny dummy off to the side. Realize. Send it high. Anyone there to follow up? Yes, they are. But Kaizen stands strong in net. That was a very difficult shot to save, but he does a great job at it. Misty. And I get the pass off to Kaizen. He's pushed up a little bit too far. Maybe getting a little bit antsy on the side of yeah. They're getting nervous now because it's really real for them. They could take down the 3 Rats in the best of 7 reverse sweep, but now things are getting nervy. Round the corner, Realize will catch it. Maxu.
That's brilliant.
Big doink away, a launch up field. Getting it out of harm's road because it is a scary time for this team. Kaizen might just follow that. Kaizen can get something out of it. Realize great defense.
That is a brilliant passage of play from 3 Raz, but Giat so close to cooking something up in the kitchen. Misty utilizes the back wall. Kaizen still with the ball, plays it incredibly slow, but Realize just has the upper ground and drops down on him. No chance for Giat on that one. They try to keep in there. Calls off, but he doesn't have any boost, so can't really continue an attack. Misty now utilizes the whole of his 100 tank. Players falling on top of one another. Shot saved by LCT, and now counterattacking opportunities slow down too much. Maxido with the ball in the air. He is dangerous. He is in front of the net. He's under Misty. Not this.
Good save by Kaizen. They'll have to hunt for a goal over on the Giat side. They're playing from a deficit for the first time in a while, and they are on the hunt to find an equalizer. 1-0, the scoreline remains. It could become 2 if Match's shot finds the back. Good save, good clearance. LCT will keep it up. But the defense is standing strong for Giat, but they can't live in the defense. They've got to push up. They've got to get forward, but they cannot find an opening.
3 Rats once again utilizing their skills of reading their opposition, knowing where the clear is going to go, how 50 is going to go. They're playing 2 steps ahead, and therefore Giat cannot do much. Maxu tried. He had the defender in the net to beat still, so no direct shot for goal. Man, it was a bit tough. Crossbar. Nobody gets a touch on it, perhaps for the best. Maxu, a little bit of a reset. He collects those, I think, by this point. And off the corner, even Realize can't put it on target. Maxi, though, demolished. LCT, the last player, beaten by Misty. It is 1-1.
I'm sorry, did we just see what I think we saw from Misty? He pogos off the ground, beats out LCT, and he's found a great goal to follow on with it. There's a minute left. It's 1-apiece, Jam, and an amazing pogo from Misty brings life back to Giat.
Clip it, ship it.
Get on the
immediately with the ball off the kickoff. You know that Giat can score quick. We've seen him do just that. This series just culminating in this final minute. And Misty, have you just given your team an opportunity to make everything right? We're talking about the reverse sweep as Giat won the last 3 games. 3 Rats won the 3 first games of the series. And somebody needs to take this all to play. HC-PinGviini in the finals. Misty, nothing for him in that case. Demos, though, reigning in. It might be just a man advantage or disadvantage that's gonna set it off.
Enter scoring the goal of the tournament to bring his team back into this. And Jar of Jam, the clock ticks down. There's a good chance here we get a Game 7 overtime for the reverse sweep. It will roll on round in the centre. It stays high for now. A 0-second goal attempt for Matthew for the 3 Rat side. It's Realize to LCT to the back where it will go. Realize to catch. Realize to centre. Matthew's got so little boot, but LCT He is there, and we're not going to overtime. We're not getting a bracket reset. Begin on the 0-second mark. The Free Rats prove why they are at the top.
No, there are only two ways this could have ended, and Giat tries they might. No reverse sweep. No, denied. How long have we been on those 0 seconds in front of Giat's net? Too long, I think that's the answer. You didn't think there would be an angle for them to shoot at, but 3 Rats, Baxu, LCT realized kept on trying until the very end because they know the game is never over until the ball drops to the ground. If they would have dropped to the ground, I would have actually given it to Giat with their kickoffs, but as it stands, bravo 3 Rats, you are moving to the grand finals.
What a final game that was. What a series that was, but 3 Rats, as we said, they so narrowly avoid getting reverse swept. They make it to the grand finals, they get a rematch against Asian Cuisine, and they gave us a great series to watch, Jam. My, oh my. The 0 second goal, I could just sense it. I seen that last touch and I just felt it coming, but nevertheless, who could have called it?
This is what we love about Rocket League. This is what we love about APAC as well. Folks, settle down your nerves. You're going to have a little break before we move on to the grand finals, in which 3 Rats are going to try yet again to defeat Asian Cuisine. Last meeting between these two teams ended up in a sweep, 4-0 in favor of Asian Cuisine. Can they do it again, or will the history change this time? We'll find out after the break.
to take. There's records broken while I'm falling to the ground again. Can't keep reliving my mistakes. 'Cause I'm not perfect, nor did I claim to be, and I felt worthless. But I'm shaking off that feeling. I'm not perfect. Nobody here should see. We're all just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. We're all just making our way through. Oh God, I'm falling apart. Feels like I'm giving too much in bed. There's records broken, I'm just trying to move my feet again. Can't keep reliving my past pain. 'Cause I'm not perfect, nor did I claim to be, and I felt worthless. But I'm shaking off that feeling. I'm not perfect. Nobody here should see. We're all just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. I'm just trying to get through. We're all just making our way through. I hope I'm always on your side. No, I look up till I die. I hope I won't end up in your fight. But if I do, you're probably right. I surrender. You act like you don't remember me. You're cold as December. I'm explosive when you look at me. I'm sick with excitement. You can seem so violent. It's fire in your eyes. I feel like you ain't right here. Nothing that you like here. I know you were keen to cut the ties. It's fire in your eyes. 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 I hope you will get at me, but you indifferently. You talk so impassioned around here. When will you put me? I surrender. You act like you don't remember me. You're cold as December. I'm explosive when you look at me. I'm sick with excitement. You can seem so violent. Fire in your eyes. I feel like you ain't right here. Nothing that you like here. I know you skeleton of my thoughts. I'm ready to pretend. How will my head get back to thinking straight again? But I can't see an out, and I don't mean to put all my doubt on you. And I know you're struggling too. Can you carry the weight? Can you carry the weight? Can you carry the weight of my world?
folks, we're heading into the grand finals here. It's the first regional rumble, and of course APL has been absolutely hitting out of the park. The teams have as well. Grand finals though, Jam. Asian Cuisine versus Free Rats. It's the rematch.
It is Asian Cuisine previously sweeping their opposition 4-0 in the upper bracket. Those were close games, 3-1, 2-1, 5-2. Yeah, getting a bit more stuff over there, and 2-1 to close it all out. And the series that we just seen, Boyo was casting that with me making. That just went on topsy-turvy, upside-downy, any old way, until Three Rats managed to deny a reverse sweep to God. So one team right now coming in with like perseverance, with like bravado. The other one comes with after just a little chill dinner, I suppose, by this point. Actually, a very late supper in the APAC region.
So that's going to be the question now. Like, Free Rats should be warmed up. They should be ready. They should also be cautious, because the problem the whole way through was that they were basically overconfident, right? And they've had that got the 4-game knockdown in the winners finals. 3 games taken off them, nearly a reverse sweep. They cannot be overconfident coming into this one, because Free Rats, still the top seed, are, and I hate to say it's pound for pound the better players, but Asian Cuisine were just the better team by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it could change from a day to day if Free Rats either have a day off, or if I'm bringing parallels from men, actually, sometimes Falcons, when they look like they are losing at the very start of the tournament, like, oh, what, they've dropped a lower bracket, what is happening with Falcons today? They've bounced back and made it to at least the grand final, and even sometimes took the whole thing. So that's sort of what I'm expecting from Free Rats here. Just that perseverance and knowledge that at the end of the day, they're going to make it right.
Players just quickly finishing off the test for the lobby, so we should be getting underway soon. I want to know in Twitch chat, do you think Asian Cuisine could full send the upset? Who knows? Even deny a bracket reset, because that is an option, of course, if Free Rats do take the first series, or do Free Rats, stay on top? The Rat Kings, they just don't stop. Like we said, Jam, it had been over 2 years since the Free Rats, as this trio, had fallen. So, I mean, for it to happen now would be still a major upset, right?
Yes, but then again, we just seen a major upset, and the creation of a major upset. This is Rocket League. Things happen that are just wild. So we'll let the gameplay. I think the gameplay speak in just a moment. But yeah, it seems like Asian Cuisine win in game number 7. Rockets, thank you very much for that. And I think this lives up to my expectation. Yeah, I'm sort of for 3 Rats here, but I'm also said in the previous series, Asian Cuisine are not going to have an easy walk over here. That's not going to be a sweep. I'm pretty sure their opposition is going to take just something away from them.
Well, the players getting into the lobby, so let's do that ourselves. It is going to be the Free Rats in blue and Asian Cuisine in orange. Just get underway. Best of 7 once again, but as we said, bracket reset if Free Rats win this first series. If they don't, well, Asian Cuisine just have an easier life. Just win 1 series out of the 2. Jam, I mean, are you fully converted like me to Asian Cuisine, or do you still think Free Rats are the best team in APAC South?
No, they are the team in APAC South. We might have a quick break at the restart. So this was just, I don't know, a little test. See if everybody's ready. Are you ready, folks? Are you ready? Let us know if you're ready, because I think we saw somebody sleeping in the audience. That's why we stopped, and that's why we are doing it all over again. A little bit of technical break. We'll figure out how soon we'll be able to restart. But yeah, we just got everybody's hopes up and then just pause it. But to answer your question, Bacon, 3 Rats still. So far, 3 Rats. Again, Realize is playing with them. LCT and Maxu, Legends of APAC South, plus Realize, Legend of APAC North. Yes, please.
I mean, yeah, like, this is just a super team. Sure, it's for fun. This is not a serious team whatsoever, from what we can tell anyway, because there doesn't seem to... We saw how Elevate and, of course, Gladiators changed up, because that should have always been the kind of, like, easy solution right there to combine them, but no, Realize getting picked up by both Kami and Virtuoso. That team is done and dusted. I don't think they plan to be anywhere near each other in the future, to the point that Virtuoso is teased that he's going to be playing in OCE for next season. Kami, I wouldn't be surprised, is back in OCE as well for that, even though, like all players do, have said that they've retired. So we'll have to see what happens to Realize for next season, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a couple of import players once again, because it was a strategy that worked for them, right?
Yeah. What's your opinion, Bacon, by the way, on the import players? Again, well, we're not seeing, we haven't been able to see the HC-Japan Corp Esports on our stream today. What are your thoughts about, again, folks who are sort of, yes, they're living in a region, there's no doubts about that, but still, technically imports coming in as that. Will there be another Kami Virtuoso Realize kind of situation where APAC gets taken by storm?
So my thoughts pretty simple. Full import teams, not a great thing. Not they shouldn't be allowed, but one player from the region, two from outside, I'm absolutely fine with, purely because, and we saw it here today with Asian cuisine, having import players raising the level of the scene actually helps everyone else grow. In the short term, it does feel like a little bit of a pub stomp, right? But in the long term, players do grow off it, and I wouldn't be surprised APAC with what we've seen, even, you know, with the Japan squad here today. If you got the chance, folks at home, to watch their watch party, you know, 400, 500 viewers there is interest in APAC, and it just requires the right orgs behind it, like Elevate in the past, like Gladiators, to support these players and try and raise the bar, because we've seen APAC, and we've said it as casters for the longest time, has got the highest potential for growth, and these players are growing super fast. It's the same as Sam compared to North America, right? We just need that infrastructure put in place, that sort of support from everyone involved, and APAC is flourishing right now, so I don't mind import players at all.
I'm right there with you. The region has improved as a result of all of this. Improved so much that by the end of last season, Elevate were no longer the team. They started to be beaten by other teams in the region. They were no longer the team to just take everything just boring to which no, region got better, and South America gotten so great that they're now sending their teams to North America, so North America gets better. So bless them.
Well, that's a funny case, right? Because we've got the word that Furia is returning back to South America, because again, you got to think the financials of it all, much more expensive to be in North America as well. But then you've got the case of Gen G, for example. Nolly off that squad is currently, if the rumors are to be, you know, believe, that we've got first killer move in there, so that's like an NA power team again. But like that's kind of, I think we saw these teams move into North America and raising the bar by the end of it. V1, you know, winning gamers 8 after Worlds, but kind of North America got complacent, and you need that competition continuously pushing through. And I mean, Europe's always had that kind of envelope, that it's more of a cultural style, right, to continuously look to these new players to really emphasize. APAC, we've got great new players like Sphinx, Kurodo come through as well. So APAC just needs this new generation, because you gotta think, for the longest time, not having RCS, there wasn't that interest in the game. But now with RCS there, you've got younger players interested in Rocket League, because again, you gotta think of system requirements. When you look to countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines, and so on, like, not everyone has got that PlayStation 4, that PS5, Xbox. You know, you're using slightly weaker PCs. So now that Rocket League's getting a little bit of an older game, it runs perfectly fine on that sort of low-end system. And so we're starting to see younger players really push through, and it's going to be an exciting 2-3 years where this whole new generation comes through APAC. And we truly believe they will be able to go toe-to-toe with the rest of the world.
I do hope that some of these future players are currently watching, learning the game, then after this is all over, go and practice, grind the game out, and appear on our screens soon. Maybe even, who knows, maybe even for the second bi-weekly. Again, the second bi-weekly Rumble, October 22nd, so there's still plenty of time to register for that. So folks, do not forget, get in on the action. And of course, the winners of that, just like the winners of today, are going to get the ticket to the APAC Regional Rumble, where APAC North and APAC South are going to come together and play for what is going to be the culmination of all of these rumbles, playing for $15,500. with everybody getting a piece of the prize. Will it be Asian cuisine, or will it be 3 rats that get themselves a ticket to that today? Well, we're still yet to find out. We are still ready for game number 1.
And of course, APAC North takes place tomorrow on Koken's stream, so make sure to head over there to watch that, because if I'm being honest, the new teams that are forming in APAC North are the exciting new options. Here in APAC South, we're currently seeing like that import player growth for the region, but APAC North kind of kept themselves to themselves for a while. We saw like even now NIMT not changing up, right? But now they've realized, no, we need to swap up our rosters to be able to find the better combinations. And this is where APAC North is going to be exciting for that. But for South, we're seeing teams be able to take down 3 rats, go to game 7. This is where it's exciting. This is kind of like the proof in the pudding of what happens when you've got those import players, when you've got that combination of the regions. And so you've got 2 different storylines going on, which is super exciting. But those finals where we combine North and South once again, that is going to be so enticing. But for now, Jam, as we see, test lobby is done. All players are happy. We're getting ready to hop back in 3 rats versus Asian cuisine. And, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited.
Oh, I am at the edge of my seat. I actually slid down it just a little bit. I need to sit down on a straight and ready for the
posture
game.
Check.
Realize Maxu, LCT, posture check for everybody. Hydration check, folks. Get ready for action. Best of 7 grand finals. And folks, don't forget, bracket reset is still an option if 3 rats win this best of 7 series. We are throwing everything out and starting a fresh one last best of 7 to decide.
20 seconds already gone by, and well, Asian cuisine looking to dig into their opponent's half. Once again, it's the same game plan as earlier. What we need to see is a game plan changed up from 3 rats. They cannot rely upon those 50-50s, sort of solo plays, and then just responding, playing singularly to each other. Instead, Jam, we need to see them bring that team synergy back into action.
Let's see how it goes, Bacon. Of course, you had the pleasure, a couple of explosions rattled the screen, the pleasure of watching 3 rats and Asian cuisine play earlier today, as was on the desk with you, LCT. That is an explosion and a half. What a way to start the go.
What a pass from Kevin, and Abs hits this perfectly off the bounce. An absolute slammer towards the net, and yeah, LCT just does not have the response time for that one.
Nope. You needed to have a reaction of, well, one of the fangled gaming monitors with huge refresh rates and like 0.1 millisecond response time. That's what LCT needed to do. But he's unfortunately just a Rocket League player and not a monitor. Hence, 3 rats concede, and I do hope that they're just sort of forgotten enough about the previous series that it doesn't weigh heavily on them, as LCT tries for yet his attempt. Asian cuisine solid and net.
The thing that makes me smile most is this current game plan from 3 rats would have worked a year ago. But right now, players are not scared of this trio anymore. They will look to go toe-to-toe, head-to-head, literally pound for pound against the 3 rats players. And it's that kind of good respect, but at the same time knowing that they're not any better than you, that just puts these teams on the same level, if not beating them. Boyoroyo just sneaks it under, showing that paces and everything. Just a nice, soft hit is what was required there.
Precision, Valerie's, look at him. Pump, and it's the bounce as well. You try to cover as much as possible of the net. You sort of position yourself middle of the net and middle of the air, I suppose, just horizontally, vertically. For that one, Valerie's knows that, yeah, chances are nobody's going to be on the ground. Beautiful continuation. Look at that, Bacon immediately off the kickoff. Who is going for the ball? While it's the Asian cuisine, not satisfied with just 2. I think 3 is where they stop. Oh, who knows? Honestly, treat yourself. 4, 5. Let's go with 3.
It's another case here. Coach Bacon's got to come out. I'm sorry, but LCT was not looking to any teammates, was just looking for that slow aerial. No one was formed in defense. And realistically, 3 rats have made their own bed here, but unfortunately it was a bed of nails.
The longer this series goes, and right now it has only gone for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, so that's saying something. I have a feeling we're going to be having some Asian cuisine in honor of Asian cuisine this evening. They are playing spectacularly. Just enough effort, I suppose, and of course this is grand effort. They're playing on the highest of the levels, but they are well precise. They are working perfectly. I love just how efficient they are.
No strong flavors that are overpowering each other. You know, it is just a perfect fusion and mixture to absolutely adore, because they are working in synergy, and that's what is needed there. Sure, a little bit of a double commit there, but Kevin was going up covering the low ground just in case someone was able to get up in the air early enough to beat Abs. They still had a player back in net, so when they are kind of double committing, it's in very logical scenarios where they're just making sure they've got that safety. You can see off the end of it, they've run the ball downfield, and then they're looking to just lock themselves in that midfield line. They are just playing some very concise Rocket League right now.
It's a game plan that 3Rats don't seem to have an answer for. Past realized goes that clear, so Max is going to be starting with the ball from his own half. Enough to work it with the help of the opponents into the other side of the field, but the Oranges, the Asian Cuisine, are already right there on the top. Play off the backboard. Player who sets up that ball immediately goes for a demo or a bump. 3Rats need to be just looking left, right, and center, see where the threats in terms of players and shots are coming from.
Launches like that from LCT are a good idea. Making space downfield, sure, we could argue you'd love to see, because I was realizing Maxu sort of ran the midfield, but not far enough. Like the call wasn't made early enough to get onto the end of it, which we would have expected during the RCS sort of like days. But now you're starting to see they're getting ready. They're getting an idea of general areas where they need to be looking for each other, and 3Rats are starting to warm up to what's required of them. But it feels weird that 3Rats are the underdog right now, and it's more about them improving, because quite frankly, Asian Cuisine have just got everything going right for them. They don't necessarily need to improve. They'll have to bring answers, sure, if something happens for 3Rats down the line here, Jam, but right now what they're doing is everything that's required of them.
It's perfect. It's perfect gameplay so far, and this is why they are currently in the grand finals, first through the upper bracket with 2 lives still in their pocket, and they're winning game number 1 in confident fashion. So far for the 3Rats, well, they had an opportunity, even just as of recently, just setting the ball in the opposition half. Those dangerous pops up where you don't know where the ball is going to drop, how to really approach it properly, was actually threatening the net of Asian Cuisine. But even out of that situation, they got out of scot-free. No surprise that 3 on the docket for Asian Cuisine in game number 1, and starting off the series as strong as they possibly could have hoped for.
Interesting change from the series earlier today. 3Rats only being able to register 2 shots, a simple 5 from Asian Cuisine, but you can see that it was a much slower game. I think that comes down to 3Rats not necessarily looking to run it the whole distance themselves via dribbles, but they're looking for clears. They struggled to get into their opponent's half, but Asian Cuisine were just very concise with what they were doing, thinking about it. They were in their opponent's half a lot more often, but they weren't necessarily looking for shots to pressure the net. They were putting them off the backboard to each other, a few more passes, so they just weren't registered as shots.
And let's see if they can start converting them, at the very least, into goals at the end of it. Previously, it was working out pretty well for them. Again, their passing plays, their connections, we're still seeing a couple of misses here and there. It seems to me that some fine-tuning is needed again. Whatever the precise instrument that the 3Rats had previously that allowed them to make those beautiful connections maybe got bumped a little bit, and somebody needs to take a look at it.
Oh, good idea for the block. The dribble play from LCT, realized with a quick counter, just looking to force it into his opponent's half, but well, Asian Cuisine have really worked themselves out of that sticky situation so fast. 50-50 straight over towards Maxu. Look for a pass here. Maxu just sending it towards the net, but now they've got to look to hold on to that midfield, and they just do not have a firm grasp for 3Rats.
And ABS, straight goes for Realizer, trying to receive a pass that Kevin would then try to pounce on. Not working out in this case. LCT covered by 2. This could be a weak spot for Asian Cuisine, as 3 in the air means a lot of boost wasted, but no pass immediate, and ABS ahead of Maxu bounce. This will be still in the hands of Asian Cuisine. They're starting their own counter-attack. Bump, demo, see you later.
Let's go! What a play! Abs with the pass, Baller East with a follow-up, and of course Abs with the demo once again. The duo working wonders with each other. If you look at that last game, Kevin didn't get a shot, only a single save to their name, not even an assist. They've each got their own roles, but they know them so well, it gives them their pace because they can trust where each other are.
Right now, the trust in front of the net is that ABS can do something. Actually, nobody's even coming up close. You see how deep Belarius and even deeper Kevin was on that attempt. They just know when they can do something and when they just cannot. This was not supposed to be a goal, Bacon. There's no chance in the world that this should have been a goal, and yet, Kevin interfering with LCT.
2-0 in game 2 already, and well, it looks like Asian Cuisine want to make it 2-0 in this series, but they've got to keep up this pace, keep up this pressure, keep stealing the boost away. We've seen a demo come out from Maxi, which is clever in that situation, but needs that coverage, and you can see Kevin's kind of just been given free rein by the rest of the squad to move towards net. They're not stopping any of this pressure, any of this threat that Asian Cuisine can build up.
I think it was for previous series with Gyat where we finally started seeing goals from them once Gyat just started demoing 3 rats, just started being the hugest of the nuisances. Right now for Asian Cuisine, this is part of the game plan. This is not something that they implement later. This is literally how they approach the attack. Okay, well, passes, backboard, something. No, okay, we're just going to be sending one player advanced because he is the setter upper, and then we are the fixer uppers later on.
Good ideas. Starting to see those passes come into play, but the issue is they're so, dare I say, telegraphed. You know, everyone can see them, realize characteristic miss, the follow-up hit. Kevin gets it away, and a beautiful clearance. Oh, you love to see that calmness, and the follow-up is even better. Woo!
Okay, throw out the white flag. I think right here, call a timeout. We don't have timeouts, but call a timeout right now because I'm hurting right here for Realize. I'm not on the field. I might be as far away from Japan as maybe possible. No, actually, you're a little bit farther.
Further, yeah.
Yes, but God, I can feel for Realize not getting that goal and then conceding on the other end. This is pain right here.
Someone must have like buttered up that ball or something because it just slipped through their grasp, and this game, I don't want to call it this early, and I'm not going to call it this early, but this, because the series is still well and truly alive, right? It's only game 2, but it feels like just 3 rats can't get any kind of control over this current game.
By this point, we still need to check the pulse for Realize, LCT, and Max on the side of 3 rats. They might be in not so stable condition after everything that has perspired. Asian Cuisine yet still hunting for more, and their conversion rates are just on point. They're going for yet another bump. Realize, as a result, not really getting a good touch on the ball either. Ball stays in the blue side of the field, and Boyoroyo is just patient, waiting for his chance, and I think the resources from 3 rats are just going to run out at some point.
I think we need to also acknowledge that this is the first of the Rumbles, right? So teams are going to be a little bit rusty, and it truly comes down to Asian Cuisine not having any rust on them at all. They are stainless right now. Like we said, their game plan, whilst I don't want to call perfect because I don't think they've been threatened enough or they've not been challenged enough so far. That could change any moment, and 3 rats are perfectly capable if they can just look for those really coherent passes to each other. Realize there was dribbling the ball in towards the center, but clearly LCT or Maxu didn't know what Realize was doing, and that's the issue for them right now.
And right here, smart play, just pump the brakes, see how the play unfolds, but as they do that, they lose the ball. They no longer have a quick touch on the ball. And Asian Cuisine with the possession yet again. Yes, we're currently seeing 3 rats and Maxu. It's no pinch, no nothing. He is running out of ideas what to do with the ball, and nothing seems to stick. He had enough. With the last 30 seconds remaining, these 4 goals will set Asian Cuisine in good stead in this game number 2. Start your engines for game number 3 already, gentlemen.
In these final 20 seconds, even before that, I was going to say, we've seen Three Rats get better. They are starting ramping up for each other. They are starting to look for each other. This goal here was actually really nicely worked. It did require all three, which might be asking a lot for the long term. But nonetheless, that's a glimmer of hope for the Rats.
Being one and bringing something with themselves to the next game is the best they can hope for right now, as this one is lost. This is squarely in favor of Asian cuisine. I love this though. Just throw everything at it, get a result, be satisfied with it. 5 seconds? Yeah, this is going to be in the realm of unicorns and fairies if all of a sudden this gets tied up. But for Asian cuisine for now though, it's almost they don't have to change anything. Is it a good strategy for them just to not change anything at all? Because clearly they're winning. But if they don't change and adapt, can Three Rats come back?
That's the million-dollar question, or not, sorry, million-dollar question, as Bacon just quickly looks over towards the prize pool. $500 question?
Well, yes, it's a difference between the first place getting $1,000 and a ticket to the main Rumble tournament, and the 500 going to the second place. It is a question nonetheless. For now, though, we're just playing a little bit of a keepy-uppy over here, but there's absolutely no doubts that Asian cuisine are getting their second win, and in the fashion that is honestly not that much different from the first game.
I also love, of course, you folks can't see it, but the players just chatting to each other and memeing about, like, there's not a bad sort of, dare I say, mentality here. They're all friends at this point. Maybe, you know, there might be a little bit of, dare I say, wound there, because of course, like we said earlier, with Abs and Bullery's previously playing alongside LCT and Maxu, but that's covered up now, and they're just kind of, I think at this point, Bullery's, Abs, and Kevin are kind of getting the last laugh in it, but they all respect each other as pros, and hence why you're seeing this constant grind, this constant improvement. Asian cuisine, like we said earlier, will be a team that was built to take down the Three Rats, and now we're starting to get to the lifetime of APAC, where that's becoming a reality that is a very strong possibility happen in front of us, whereas beforehand it was just hopes. You know, you'd be like, oh, there's a chance it could happen. No, right now this is happening, and it's exciting.
It is happening, and for now, since again off season, I'm pretty sure right now there's no solid rosters in NL way. Nobody has announced a team just yet that's going to be coming into the next season. In the upcoming 3 months, that's how long it is until January, and that's where supposedly the next season is starting. Everybody can change like multiple times over, but for now, if we're seeing a region dominant team come out in terms of Asian cuisine, might need a different name. Hey, I'm all here for it.
like I said, we just call it Asian fusion. That's the follow-up.
I love that.
The team name. You know, we mix it all up and just go for the best bits. Oh, Ab's crazy. Hookin just punches his way through to his teammates. Best bits of this play, but no, not able to finish up with the finisher. I mean, they're done so perfect with the meal prep, but it's the plating just was not there, Jam.
Not in this case. Valerius, though, needs to play with 2 realized dribble. Oh, who's better? Kevin realized LCT is in the mix. ABS cannot remove it, and Maxu, everybody got a call out in this play. But it's 3 Rats finally on board first, finally with the lead in this game.
Abs, what were you doing there, buddy? Just, I don't know, like a lemon, just sitting there doing nothing at all. Ball gets bounced into them, they're not really quite sure, and then it's just a scramble afterwards, and Maxu able to cover it. It's 1 goal going to 3 Rats. I'm not going to put too much, you know, back in towards it just here and now. We need to see 3 Rats get a goal of their own. That's a better build-up, but they're still going to be hunting for it.
I was looking close to a second one. Great rollout, and 3 Rats just had a straight opportunity on net. Asian cuisine, though, with a goalie in tow. So, coming out of their own half, not for a long time, 3 Rats. Well, they're now playing with some wings. So I suppose they're now pigeons. Oh, they need to score this one, and Maxu cannot get it off the crossbar and out. Everybody on top of everybody, with ABS now running away with it. Thankfully, enough players for 3 Rats to mount some sort of a defense. Double Aries, his slow plays just make 3 Rats guess and look a little bit helpless.
I'm still gobsmacked by Kevin's save there. Like, just absolutely incredible. Just get that slightest touch. Again, I've always said, no.
No.
The thing that APAC needed to build up was defense. Asian Cuisine have figured that out. 3 Rats, no.
I'm trying to figure out what Realize could have done better in that situation, and Barley, could have he turned a little bit faster? I cannot figure anything out in that situation. It's impossible for me to say. We're back to a tie game, and just like previously, 1 goal is certainly not enough when we are seeing APAC teams play, but make that to Realize gets one over Asian Cuisine after that.
Nice start by Kevin, simple into LCT, and they had full confidence in Kevin. Like, that's not a bad thing. In this case, it was a bad thing, but it's kind of the double-edged sword for this Asian Cuisine side. They have full trust in one another, hence why they're so fast, hence why they're doing such great passes. But it does mean, and in a situation like that, you have trust that Kevin's going to be able to outplay 2 players. They left no one at home in net because they were getting ready for that full-on attack, and it just bit them in the butt.
ABS Valerie, so they had an opportunity. It was looking lovely. And right now, this was not looking lovely at his open net season. And it starts right here when all of a sudden there's 2 for the ball. Realize and Maxu more in a hug rather than any sort of playing formation. And of course, the moment interception comes in, there are 2 players down, nobody home. Asian Cuisine making themselves known.
Can we, like, get out the black and white flag for Boyoroyo? Like, 10-second pit penalty or something, because that was
teammate.
dirty.
Oh, actually, no, not that case. Boyoroyo, yes, just pushing them out. Oh, longer teams by 3 Rats. They've gotten more than 1 goal in this fashion in their series against Gat. And here, though, to catch Asian Cuisine unawares, not at home, it's going to be something tough. So instead, they're just going for bumps. Let the ball float and send the player first.
But 3 Rats are starting to cook, right? They are starting to feel like themselves, and this is great. You can see that power, that energy, that team synergy is still there. They just need to dust it off. Can Realize get there in time? Unfortunately not. And Boyoroyo is just going to push the envelope even further.
As I meant, somebody needed to intercept that. As a matter of fact, 3 Rats, all 3 of them are rotating through the ball, but nobody makes an effort to actually make a touch on it. It is just not looking good when nobody gets caught in that situation, and nobody could really realistically get back into the net in time. Asian Cuisine utilize a perfect opportunity for themselves. This, though, Bacon, immediately after kickoff, looks like 3 Rats want to get even quickly.
Oh, but space has been gained here. Abs with the pass up for Boyoroyo. Boyoroyo was going for a cheeky little slowdown. Kevin not able to connect with the ball up above net. Kevin has bailed out, so they're looking to hold down that midfield line. 3 Rats don't really have enough in the tank themselves, so they have to fall back, just looking to buy time, waiting for the 100s to fill up. They're utilizing whip now, which again, passing out defense is new for them. We didn't see them in either of the series doing that. So 3 Rats are fully come to realization that this is not easy for them. They've got to go above and beyond once again.
Versus Asian Cuisine, nothing lesser than that will suffice. Quick stop here and there. I feel like that takes out more players of 3 Rats than it took of Asian Cuisine. Players in the orange know how to ration their players when it comes to offensive movement, and that is setting up in good stead just across the game and across the series.
LCT, Maxu is down below. Not quite sure what Maxu was going for there. Clearly, he was calling for something, but LCT didn't believe in the opportunity and realized far back in defense. They were hoping for another play. Realizes there, launch downfield. LCT is deep. Maxu was up in the skies, realized with another touch off the backboard, anyone there to finish off? No! Kevin is there to meet him. Well, won't finish off the play, he'll finish off the game.
3 goals once again for HC-PinGviini. 3 games in a series, 1 for each rat, I suppose. Shout out to our wonderful producer HCP for that one again. They're unstoppable, even when it looks like there's something that can be done about HC-PinGviini, or about something, basically. Anything. So, help me. No, HC-PinGviini still pursuer.
There's a good statement I like in chat right now. I think this is the best gameplay I've ever seen from APAC and Curry. This is an interesting one because this is definitely the best gameplay I've seen by Boys, Kevin, and Abs, especially as this kind of trio. Now, Free Rats in the past, when they were this iteration, would have been able to do what they're doing right now, make it look like they're freestyling. That's just not the case anymore, and that was hence why Realize on Elevator's working. Realize kind of became the third man to that roster having to pick up the pieces, and Realize is in that position right now, and we in the past thought that is what LCT and Maxu needed. That's what OSM started on the squad as, but no. OSM was better placed into attack, LCT moving into that third band role, and Maxu as that sort of like second/third rotating. We don't have that on third rats just yet, understanding of their roles, but HC-PinGviini know each other's roles, know how they function in this squad, and that is the difference of just knowing each other's playstyles.
So what we're seeing here, Maxu, with a chance, Kevin stops, and what we're seeing here is that 3 rats are currently like missing a third rat. They're 2.5 rats. Well, they have rat enough as Maxu against everything we've been saying about 3 rats. And once again, starting the game with a bang, 3 rats need themselves as big of a handicap in this series. They need to reverse sweep HC-PinGviini.
Reverse sweep them into a bracket reset. Can we just talk about the magnitude of the task in front of them right now? Because, like we said, it would be one heck of a storm.
Well, there's a wonderful quote about like it's a 1 in a million chance, but then the 1 in a million chance usually comes up 9 out of 10.
They believe in themselves. I mean, just look at how they play. Yes, they believe in themselves, the 3 rats, but they're the only ones that are going to be able to see this through to the end. And well, when we're talking about the end, HC-PinGviini on tournament point right now.
Ooh, and 3 rats on at the end of their life with that one. LCT thankfully didn't have anybody in the immediate vicinity to threaten him. Still needs to make a save. 3 rats, that 1 goal. It's a dam that is so fickle right now that it can burst at any moment, and yet still can hold on until the end of the game.
I talked about trust earlier. It's the cool-offs as well. We saw it just earlier there with Kevin and Abs, I think it was, or Boyoroyo. I don't know. They're all running near enough the same Fennec. Everyone's in Fennecs today, so it's a little bit confusing, but nonetheless, like, if your teammate says leave, they leave it. Like, they have full trust. It's crazy.
Well, even us casters in the pre-game lobby are in Fennec, so we're just following the trend. And we're also, folks, we're looking very snazzy while doing its shot wide from upcoming ABS. Immediate rotation does find some connection. 1-2. Logged by HC-PinGviini did require 3 players. Maxu flying the other way, but he is not even needed in that case. Realize extends the lead of 3 rats to 2.
Abs just did not have any boost there. Committed everything to the aerial play. Didn't happen, and oh wow. It feels strange saying that HC-PinGviini are not immortal. They have to be a little bit more restrained.
That's sometimes the most interesting part about a series like this. Okay, you're leading 3-0. You are the absolute favorites, 1 game away. How do you all of a sudden react to being down by 2 and losing? How are you reacting to the fact that you're no longer the hunter, but you're the prey? Something like this.
And what a reaction that was. Kevin. Great trust once again in your teammate, but Abs, who has been going for these demos all day long, gets the call, sees the player in net, and just says, nah, you're out of here.
And you could see Maxu's setup on the wall. He did not get bumped or demoed, but the ball was placed so low in the bottom right corner that he just could not reach it. That's a statement, but that's so far like a half of a statement because they need another one to tie it up and one more to win it all. Are we going to get an overtime? Or let's say too early to call, 2 minutes still remaining. Abs needs to somehow save it, but realize where is a good shot? That was not it.
Free Rats need to start nullifying the boost for Asian Cuisine. They have to look to that macro game. They finally look to each other. They have got that team synergy starting to flow. But the issue is right now they do not have control of the pitch, and that's got to be the next step. Yes, is steps. It takes a while for that to build up and the team to find each other. And yes, we know there is an issue, a glaring 3-0 up on the board.
Well, for now, it is still in favor of 3 Rats in this game. Safe for now, because who knows what other tricks, spicy tricks Asian Cuisine have up their sleeve. They are forced to return to the half over and over again. This game has been mostly fought in the midfield. As you can see on the stat line, 3 shots to 3 Rats, 4 shots to Asian Cuisine. The goal line is also reflecting that as a result. Chances are far and few between, but Boyoroyo puts it between everybody on 3 Rats.
It was building. You could feel the aura was shifting, and this play between Kevin and Boyoroyo, well, Boyoroyo just found the angle, threaded the needle, got the equalizer, and with 1 minute 10 seconds left to go, everything from this game is mad for now. 3 Rats, you're back to square one.
Try as they might. LCT, 3 Rats. Where do you find another one? That's honestly okay. Maybe from here, he does not care. He had a player on his tail, chasing him for a minute. I swear. No, cool, calm, collected. Does not matter.
Awkward. Realize does meet it. That's thrown straight back down to earth. Maxu with the wall pinch will get it away. Down into that orange half. That was not a touch that Maxu wanted. Kevin's got the chance for a run. Big demo from Maxu, and LCT scrambles it to the side. They need to regain pace, regain control. The wave dash is on the wall to just speed himself up the wall. Like I said, this 3 Rats side has got mechanics for days. That's not enough in the current state of Rocket League.
I think the day is ending. By this point, we are 15 seconds to midnight. I called for an overtime, but oh god, I remember last time we were thinking overtime. This was the situation. One team pressured so hard. Giat was the name of that team. It was 3 Rats jumping on top of them. Maxu just almost giving it to Asian Cuisine. It will drop. Bacon. Overtime. 1 goal away from Asian Cuisine taking it all.
Or we go into game number 5, but who's going to get it? Who will be the decider? Realize into the corner. It's a dangerous bounce out. Kevin, the flip reset, doesn't really connect with the second touch as he wanted, and Nabs has got a bit of time. Throws it back into the mixer. Strange, I thought he had tried to scoop that way to the corner and wait for teammates. This is still dangerous, but look at that. 3 Rats still don't know how to get this in front of net for a finishing touch.
Oh, the angle is just not right. Maxu, a pass, and they're trying to roll out with 3, but everything's just too long form, too far away, and they tried for a set play, but I feel like nobody was really ready for it. That's a miss. That should be a goal. Valerie's, where is he coming out from?
Great little demo. Also the jump to dislodge the ball. Asian Cuisine hold their nerve. Pass Boyoroyo, but this is so tricky. Abs again looking a little bit lackadaisical there. We saw it earlier. Cost them a goal. Hasn't this time. And Abs actually on the opposite end is able to recycle the play, get it around to mid. This is still dangerous, especially when you got LCT hunting.
Oh, nobody on that touch. Oh, nobody on this pass. LCT with a beautiful continuation of the attack. Realize needs to be in the net. 2 versus him. He plays it high and nobody hard commits. APS, though, you can see how close he was to just stealing the ball for 2 Rats players, and the nerves are at his all-time high. And 3 Rats know what's on the line.
LCT with the pass.
2.
Realize just wide of target. They were not expecting that to fall so perfectly in front of them. You can see again, 3 Rats, the aura is shifting their favor, but one big breakaway could send them crumbling.
Minus Kevin. will be spawning far post by look of it. So P has the net on guard. Ball is really not moving anywhere. It's traffic jam situation where it's just back and forth. And nothing gets created for either of the teams. Long shot.
No
Again
shot.
denied. 3 Rats have the worst luck today.
Off the wood work, and we keep going. Boyoroyo now with an absolute charge. Realize does this lodge. Abs to the corner, looking to keep pressure. You can bet Asian Cuisine want to lock down this midfield line. They do for a period. LCT use him with Boyoroyo downfield. Look, Kevin is there. Kevin looking for the redirect. Not going to be able to get it. Abs with a shot. Finish a touch. No, not going to be found. Realize gets it to the side and Max you up into the air. Double commit, mind you. And Realize can't get control, but it fakes out enough.
Maxu might be bumped out, though he sets himself pretty early. Kevin rotates into that middle of the field situation. I think better suited for perhaps demoing the last player. Neither Asian Cuisine get anything out of it, nor 3 Rats really get a counter-attack or anything to their name. Perhaps one of the most important things right now that they can hope for survival.
LCT removed. Kevin slows this down. Allows time for his teammates to get boost and get upfield. Big clearance, but it's perfectly into the hands of Abs. Going up into the skies. What's his options? Boyoroyo's down below, but they're looking for the bounce out. Pop up above net. Is Kevin there to finish it off? No, they're looking again to hold on to this midfield line.
CT was setting something up, and then out of nowhere, masked by the ball, come in Asian Cuisine. Shot on target. This is over. Larry's ends up the grand finals with a well-placed shot. 3 Rats, try as they might. We have a new sheriff in town, and that's Asian Cuisine.
Asian Cuisine, Asian builders, whatever you can think of them now, because they are strong here. They have absolutely put the weight of the world on their shoulders. It feels like put the weight of the region, because no one would have believed they could take down the 3 Rats. And here we are with 2, for them anyway, back-to-back sweeps, Jam.
Wowee. And unfortunately, my prediction didn't come through. I thought 3 Rats had it to take at least 1 game. I was thinking maybe 2. Again, there was a prediction of 6 games, which I think was aligning myself with, but still in favor of Asian Cuisine. No, too good. Too good are Kevin Boyoroyo and Abs, and honestly, Bacon, it's almost a shame we're not going to be seeing them the next Biweekly Rumble, because they already have a ticket into the final Rumble, so they don't even have to play. I want to see more of the Asian Cuisine, because they seem to be right now the team to beat, the team to watch, and the team to be in awe of.
Like we said, like maybe confirmation in chat if they can sign up once again, because we didn't get the full sort of explanation on that, but I would love to see more Asian Cuisine just really propelling the rest of the teams here. We've seen GAT looking really quite good in themselves. LCI Japan Corp as the newest sort of like team to watch. Absolutely love the vibes from the team stream over there, and like new players introduced, like we said, to the region, whilst they are completely eligible and living within Japan, within Asia themselves. Like, this is their move over and a new experiment for them. Spite as well was looking crazy good. So you've got 5 teams from APAC South, I would say, all within a shot of course, going to the finals. We can only send 4 naturally. And then we've got a few other teams in the sort of wings who are going to be gaining so much from this regular play, being able to absolutely grind out and improve their skills, ready for when RLCS hits our screens once again.
Exactly. Every single tournament that has a prize pool to inside the players, that has the players that are on the highest of the level to then make everybody try their hardest. This is exactly what every single region needs, and it was great to see APAC South, APAC North, MENA, North of Africa, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. This is sort of our bubble right now over here to get it all.
Yeah, and I have just got confirmation by the big man himself, Nish, saying that they can sign up again. Jam, and sorry, our apologies, is ICI Japan. But with that said, I guess we're kind of done for today, but not for APL, right?
Nope. Tomorrow, APAC North is going to be on your screens, not here on the Rocket RB, although we'd love to see you next time. Tomorrow, it is Kalkin's stream in Japanese, so check him out. I do believe...
Kalkin RL, I believe.
Yes, Kalkin RL, so put your visors, I don't know, just get yourself over at twitch.tv/RL Kalkin or Kalkin RL. We'll figure that out at some point, but most importantly, this has been absolutely tremendous. If you want to catch more Rocket League, go check out that tomorrow. If you want to check more action in English, of course, right here on the Rocket RB, Rendezvous number 3 is going to be played out in the evening of Thursday. So I think it's about, what would it be, 8, 9-ish? I think it was 9 o'clock Central European time last time. Then we got live, so...
I think we go an hour earlier next time, so it should be about 8-ish
yes.
CEST next time. And of course, we'll be back here, same place, same time in 2 weeks for, well, the bi-weekly Rumbles, right?
Exactly. So, folks, get your registrations in. I've been saying that the tournament is happening on 22nd of October, but registration closes 24 hours before that. So on 21st of October. So don't delay. Don't register at the last possible moment, because literally you cannot sign up on the day of. You need to sign up the day prior. And sorry, cannot get you in last moment. So please make sure your teams are in. And for everything that's holy and pure, get yourself a sub.
Yeah, always make sure to have a sub and just go find more players and support what's going on here. So finally, a massive shout out. Thank you to both APL and Psyonix, of course, Rocket Baguette and The Rocket for putting this on. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts here, Jar Jam and Boyoroyo. I've been Digital Bacon. Until next time, stay safe. See you soon for even more Rocket League action.
top.